You're watching the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
Is there anything better than a little pre-Christmas gift?
Ooh.
Than getting, I don't know, 20 and some change a year with maybe a guaranteed signing bonus? Nice little stocking stuffer.
That's more than a stocking stuffer there.
That's a couple stockings getting stuffed, let's just say. Congrats to Jakobi Meyers. I think a lot of Jaguars fans are excited for this. I think it's rightfully deserved. I'm sorry. Rightfully earned. Didn't deserve anything. He earned it.
Sure.
And now you're talking about a guy who I feel like has been one of the most important pieces in this offense. Has, I think, given Trevor Lawrence a new sense of confidence. Has helped out this wide receiver room immensely, being a professional, but also playing on the field the right way. I think this is all great stuff right now from this Jaguars organization. And I think you took care of a guy who was at least at the risk a little bit of even maybe demanding more pending how he played the rest of the season. Jason Hamby, your thoughts?
Hey, man. This might seem like it was a guarantee or a no-brainer. So sometimes when it is a no-brainer or, a guarantee, you might not give the general manager, and I know I'm on black and white here, I will adjust that.
Oh, no, you're good, man. Emo version of you. I'm not mad at that.
But when you have a no-brainer decision, right, like this, a lot of times you won't give the general manager a lot of credit. And I would immediately caution and say, we all know all too well that sometimes in Jacksonville in recent years, the no-brainers haven't gotten done. There's fan bases across the NFL that are just like, why can't we do the no-brainer? So it's not a lock every time. James Gladstone still deserves credit for getting this done and getting it done now. And there are a lot of ripple effects of this deal. But right off the bat, I don't care if it was a no-brainer. Credit Gladstone, awesome. Jakobi Meyers, love him. Great deal at the deadline. Even better deal right now.
But let me ask you this. You say it's a no-brainer. Was it a no-brainer to sign him right now and not wait till after the season?
Yeah, I really don't think it would have been that big of a difference. I don't know if he could have played his way into $3 million more every year, simply because you're still going to look at the broader body of work and what he's done consistently. And again, as we kind of went through his stats a couple of days ago, this was, I think, 2 days ago, we had this exact conversation. You said sign him right now.
This would have been on Monday.
Okay.
Which, and I'm not going to lie, I thought he was going to be signed on Tuesday.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Yeah. Hence why I brought it up, but go ahead.
Yeah, so you were right on it. And I think we had the discussion of, well, how much money is he going to command? And we went through the stats.
Yeah.
Like, well, his stats are not top 15 receiver dollars by any stretch of the imagination.
Not at all.
The guy's rarely going to go over 100 yards. The guy's rarely going to go over 80 yards. Typical game for Jakobi Meyers is 5 for 60. Now, again, what he provides and what he has done for the Jags already, far more than the stats, we'll say. From the connection to the comfortability with Trevor, how he's changed the offense, play action, all that stuff, what he's opened up for BTJ, we've outlined it all. So his worth is more than his stats, which is why I don't think he necessarily could have played even to a better number. Like, you already know what he's going to provide, how much he's deserved or earned, and that's not really going to change regardless of what he does in the playoffs. He's not going to go for $150 in the playoffs or anything like that.
But if he did, that would make his price go up. And here's why I was so adamant about I think the deal gets done before the playoffs, for a few reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, he doesn't owe this team anything. Like, yeah, there was rumblings that he wanted out in Las Vegas, and I'm not going to lie. When you hear that stuff, like, I get a little hesitant to be like, okay, well, is this guy going to be like a locker room problem, right? Because, and even like being a former player like myself, I sometimes err on this side where it's like, man, if you don't like the organization, are you really the problem or is the organization the problem? Well, lo and behold, with Jakobi Meyers, it seems like the Raiders were the problem.
Yes.
Because he's been nothing short of great here in terms of how to conduct yourself like a professional.
Seems like an awesome pro.
Right? Exactly. So then we give him the benefit of the doubt there. So I think there was a risk of, well, say he does ball out the past couple games, or say he even goes through, like, the playoffs and everything, regardless of what happens, he goes into free agency, and if you don't franchise tag him, now he's taking calls from other places.
Sure.
Right? Because he showed that he wasn't the issue in Las Vegas. He showed that he is a true professional, and he showed that, hey, he can help elevate an offense. So I think there would have been a lot of suitors, and I don't think Jakobi Meyers just would have been like, oh, well, Jacksonville took a chance on me and traded for me during the season. Let me give them a discount. I think at the wide receiver position, you take as much money as possible. So I think James Gladstone got out ahead of it and got out ahead of any suitors that would be interested after the season. Number two, this is an entertainment business. James Gladstone said it himself. I think by doing this, you set a precedent and going, you know what? Some people may not want to talk about us, and we can talk about that later with that one dude on whatever network it was saying, he doesn't care about the Jacksonville Jaguars, because I have some thoughts about that. But this allows you to stay in the cycle. This was one of the biggest stories last night on ESPN, and it'll be one of the biggest stories this morning on ESPN and every sports, provider.
Sure.
Simply because, once again, it's a decent name receiver getting a decent contract at a time where a lot of guys aren't getting paid. So there's that precedent. And then third and foremost, the team.
Yeah.
What kind of message does it send to the team? And I think James Gladstone, I think Liam Cohen, I think Tony Baselli have been under the same vision of their goals when it comes to the culture building and addressing the locker room. We saw a guy in Tyson Campbell that essentially didn't work out here. Helped you win a game against Houston, didn't matter, had some rough go-abouts as well, and they get rid of him. Even though he was a second-round pick, and even though I think he was pretty, liked, do I dare say loved in the locker room, they got rid of him because it didn't work. Well, then when you have a guy like Jakobi Meyers who wasn't drafted here, who wasn't, here when Liam Cohen got here, they bring him in themselves. He plays whatever 4 or 5, 6 weeks, looks like he's the real deal. They set the precedent and say, you know what? This dude knows exactly what he's doing. This is, intangibly rich, if you will. He gets along with everybody. Let's go in and send the message right now of this is the type of guy that we're looking for. It doesn't matter if he came from the Raiders. Doesn't matter if it was a trade. We're going to pay him right now and set the precedent of saying, you know what? This guy's worth the money. He's a Jacksonville Jaguar, and this is what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, I love it. Again, no such thing as a no-brainer, especially in the NFL, when no-brainers, for me, don't always get done. Let's go down to Everbank. We got Brent down there. A busy 24 hours for the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Brent, I'm sure you broke down your thoughts last night. Kind of breaking news, right, when y'all went on for Jags All Access down at String Sports Brewery. But thoughts on this deal?
Yeah, you guys nailed it. I mean, I think Austin's been on it for a couple of weeks. It was good putting you as a spy in the building. Like, this was a good thing.
Oh, dude, don't worry about it, man. My sources don't come from the building, but I appreciate you.
It's funny, though, it's interesting when you said that. I think it was last week. I can't remember. My days are all confused. I don't know if it was Monday or last week.
It was Monday.
That was Monday. It was. Okay. So when you said that, then I was like, well, okay. So he knows something. I actually poked around a little bit last couple of days and started to hear similar things. So I was like, damn it, that son of a gun's going to be right. I know it. So it was funny. Yeah, I will still, when we were talking about this Monday, here's my only surprise by it. I think this was going to get done no matter what, right? 4th and a 6th round pick. Seems like, okay, well, they want to, this is a long-term thing too, if things go well, right? There's always an if. And then obviously it goes very well. I'm always curious about doing business in the season. A lot of guys don't like to do that. And I understand the messaging, everything you just said, I get totally all the way. But I still wonder if teams sometimes hesitate to do that in the middle of the season. And we didn't know how this regime was going to respond for that purpose. So I don't mind it at all. I kind of like it. And I think it's impressive that they got it done so swift. And now we'll see long-term how it pays off, but I just don't see how it doesn't pay off. I think it's a reasonable deal by today's standard for a receiver. And I think it helps Trevor Lawrence so much right now. And it gives the Jags options when it comes to Travis Hunter in future seasons, too. So, I mean, there's really not a lot to not like. I just shared this on social media. I mean, can you find anybody that doesn't like this deal? And when do we ever get unanimous approval on anything in today's society? I mean, even the national folks say, hey, great move. And they were the ones saying, damn, they gave up too much at times. There were some of those reports at the trade deadline or when this trade took place that the Jaguars gave up too much for Jakobi Meyers, but everybody's seen the difference that it's made. So, hey, hats off to these guys. And now a little bit more motivation, I guess, for others to perform over the next few weeks. And they know they're watching and they've got the checkbooks open, Austin.
No,
real quick before you go, Austin, Brent, you do have the gremlin, so just reconnect that mic and hop right back in. Go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, what a start to the show today. We have Hamby in the Black Parade. We're emo Hamby, where it's just black and white. We have Brent being possessed by the devil. Man, this is one of the I don't like this going into the Broncos game. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like I was expecting sunshine, good brightness in Hamby's booth and everything, and we got none of it right now. So hopefully we'll fix the gremlin, the demon, the devil, whatever you want to call it, and exercise that so we have good vibes going into the Jaguars Broncos game. But no, listen, I think and once again, we've seen Walker Little, right, a couple years ago get paid during the season, and now in the retrospect of what he's making compared to other tackles, it's not the worst thing ever. But at the time, I think after especially a 55 to whatever it was, whatever that score was, where the Lions dropped the 50 burger on you, I think that maybe sent the wrong message a little bit from the older regime and Trent Baalke saying, hey, they just put a 50 burger on us, have a new contract. Right? I think this comes at a time right now where the team seems to be surging. The team seems to have found its flow, if you will, playing at its highest level, going into a big game. And this is something that people don't realize as well. I think when you work in the 9-to-5 jobs and when your coworkers gets a raise, I don't think anyone's really going to be really celebrating Hamby. I'm not going to lie, Hamby. If next year happens and you get, a $10 pay bump or whatever like that, it's not like I'm going to be like, oh, dude, I mean, I'll say congratulations, but we're not going to be popping champagne, in here, you know what I'm saying? It's right. Life goes on. Mm-hmm. Well, football players are different, man.
Yeah.
Where if one of your teammates, one of your brothers gets paid, dude, it's a celebration. I remember, and I think it was during the season when Scobie got his money, and then he ended up buying the Aston Martin and everything. Bro, we were you would have thought we won the Super Bowl because a kicker got paid. But that's I don't know. It's a weird environment where whatever reason, I think it's all professional sports, but when one of your teammates, one of your brothers gets paid, man, you go above and beyond and you celebrate. And I'm not going to over exaggerate this. I think this gives the team a little more juice. I think it gives a little more bump. Now, Brent alluded to this on Monday. Is Lloyd going to sit there and be like, well, what about me? Is Travis Etienne going to be there and say, what about me? Is Cole Van Lannon going to go, well, hey, I'm playing pretty well. What about me? I mean, there might be a bit of that narrative, but I think they're professionals. I think they understand, hey, if you guys keep playing well, you'll get paid too. And if it's not going to be here, well, guess what? Then it'll be someplace else for probably even more money. So I'm not going to buy into that narrative and say, is it going to create any kind of discrepancies within the locker room? I think it's a celebration right now, Hamby, and everyone's excited for Jakobi Meyers.
I think so too. I think we got Brent back. Brent? Not quite. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what happened.
Do we have him or not?
I guess not. So, all right, let me continue with that thought.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have him. I'm sorry, Brent. Go ahead.
Hear in the background.
You do have me.
Yes.
There we go. What a fascinating, that's a great view that Austin just brought up, right? I mean, if Hamby gets a raise, first of all, nobody knows and nobody cares, really. Congrats to you. Can you buy us some lunch? Maybe. But it is a weird thing in how it trickles down the domino effect of the business side in sports, and it couldn't go good or bad. And that's why it's such a tight kind of rope to straddle, if you will, if you're the front office on how this goes. So
That's a great point, Austin. I didn't realize that everybody was that excited over the Scobie deal back in the day. But again, I think when you hear what's coming out of the locker room in this building about Jakobi Meyers, I mean, how can't people appreciate that, like that? And his story. His story's a good story anyway. We transitioned from quarterback to receiver and where he's been and now with the impact obviously he's making. And here's the deal. He's making other people money because of his performance, it looks like, right? This offense is playing really well, so that means everybody's doing well, and people are going to have eyes on the Jacksonville Jaguars, like you mentioned, if it's here in Jacksonville or another team. So now we get to see how he performs coming out of this game. And I think Hamby brought up something that's pretty interesting earlier on. He had 5 for 71 last week, I think it was, against the Jets. And a lot of that seemed like in the first half. It might have been all in the first half. That's what they're asking him to do, right? It's not like, hey, go get 12 catches or go do what Puka Nacua is doing or Justin Jefferson's doing. Of course, they would pay him more if that was the case. But, he just has to be steady. And that's what he is as a player. So I don't think to perform to this contract, even on Sunday, it's go make a couple of plays, go make some first down catches, get Trevor Lawrence in a rhythm. And you've done your job, Jakobi Meyers. I mean, from a football standpoint, week in, week out, if he does that, that's what he's going to be. Brian Thomas Jr. came in with all these expectations this year because he had 1,250 yards and 10 touchdowns last season. So now you're thinking, oh, this is going to be even better. Put him in the Jamar category. Put him in the Justin Jefferson category. Those are different level expectations, which were always going to be probably pretty hard to live up to for Brian Thomas Jr. And obviously Myers doesn't have to do that with this kind of deal, but also just the kind of player he is and what he adds to this roster. So I think expectation-wise, Austin, he can really deliver on what they just gave him.
No, without a doubt. And once again, it's not only on the field, it's not helping Trevor Lawrence, but it's also what he means, I feel like, to that wide receiver room. And really what he means to Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, we're like 5 or 6 weeks removed from saying, hey, are they going to trade Brian Thomas Jr.? Like, are they going to get rid of him? What's the plan next year? Simply because, Brian Thomas Jr. just wasn't playing to his best abilities. And I think, and I'll be honest, I was hitting the panic button. I think, Hamby, you were right there. Like, we just didn't really know what was going on with Brian Thomas Jr. You bring in a guy like a Jakobi Meyers, and now all of a sudden, like, yeah, and I get there may be a drop here or there, but I think Brian Thomas Jr. has played drastically better with Jakobi Meyers in the lineup. And I think it comes down to, because we know Brian Thomas Jr. has all the talent in the world. He was blessed with speed. He was blessed with the ability to have some, wiggle, wherever you want to call it, to get open, to make guys miss. But I think what it came down to is more just the mental game. And I think, things that we forget about the situation is that you called upon a rookie last year who, a later round rookie in Brian Thomas Jr., and he was the guy. Like, when Trevor gets hurt, Mac Jones comes in, like, they didn't really have anybody else. They had to go to Brian Thomas Jr. So you propelled him to be the number one receiver. You propelled him with all these fantasy stats and everything, and we all crowned him and said this guy's going to be, maybe a top 8, maybe a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL in a couple years. Well, then he comes into the second year with all these expectations, but he's still learning himself. And he's got no one really to learn from. Like, I understand you got Tim Patrick, and that's a veteran leader and provides some experience. But, like, in terms of on the field, he's not on the field 100% of the game. So then who is Brian Thomas learning from? No, he's still doing the same thing, right? Like, he's just going by what he knows. So I think that had something to do with it, too, where it's like you thrust this rookie to be the guy and maybe wasn't necessarily ready to be the guy quite yet. You bring in Jakobi Meyers to remind him, hey, this is what a professional does. This is how we practice. This is how we take care of our bodies and all that. And now Brian Thomas Jr., I feel like, has kind of found a new lease on life. So the Myers pick, it's not only, or the contract isn't only for the future of Trevor Lawrence and, Liam Cohen looking good as a play caller, but it's also, I think, for the betterment of this wide receiver room.
There's no doubt about it. I'm going to give you one other thing, okay? And I don't think we've talked about this a lot, and I'm interested to get your thoughts on it. But Myers is a guy, in part, he's a 2 receiver because he's not a burner. I think he's a 4.6, 240 guy, somebody mentioned the other day, if that's right. But he's obviously a precision possession kind of player. He's not going to hit the home run. And I think this guy really fits what James Gladstone is after. I was just thinking of this driving up to the stadium today. It's like this wild year where it went from Tony Baselli being kind of the face for a bit until they hired coach GM. And then obviously it's March time and then it's draft time. And that's James Gladstone's time. And Gladstone seemed to carry being the superstar of the organization for a few months, even through the summer. And then they hand off to Liam Cohen, and Liam Cohen takes over around training camp. And now it's his turn to kind of be the guy and be in the spotlight, just the way the NFL calendar works more than anything else. And my goodness, all three have done such a good job. Each time they've had the spotlight on them, it seems like, and I think there are rave reviews based on the results, which is pretty obvious. But the one thing about Gladstone that I don't think we've talked about a lot, and is people will tell you in here, and they'll kind of say it almost every time you ask him about things, is he does not care about the measurables. He is more, this is the intangibly rich stuff. It's football player. Football player, football player, football player. Maybe it's other things like those intangibles that he's looking for. Maybe he has a list, and I think they have this grading system. But it's not the long arms, right? It's not this massive human being, because it's the NFL, which you do get, by the way, and I understand that throughout sports, but specifically the NFL. But he does not approach it that way. And Austen, start looking at the players that are making huge impacts on this football team, and they don't have the incredible measurables from the Meyers of the world, who's obviously made it in the NFL despite not being a burner. But on the defensive side, BJ Green is a short pass rusher that can really pass rush, but he doesn't fit the metrics of today's NFL that would get him drafted and everywhere else. To Danny Strigo. And there are probably other examples of this. So I think what you're starting to see is some of that intangibly rich show up, because he's not locked in on, you've got to be a certain height, you've got to be a certain weight, you've got to be arm length. And we know the last guy did this, but I think the NFL does that anyway. And I think Meyers kind of fits to that. Most people these days in the NFL want speed. Like, they just want the fastest guys out there. And Jakobi Meyers doesn't really give you that, but he gives you so much more. And that so much more is something that this regime, specifically Gladstone, is in love with.
Yeah, I mean, it's why I think yesterday, I compared him to DeAndre Hopkins, where DeAndre Hopkins was never necessarily that burner per se, but this was a guy who's always in the right spot at the right time. And when you throw him the football, the chances are he's going to catch it because he's got great hands. And yeah, I mean, I think when we talk about what makes a great wide receiver, yes, speed and length and jumping ability and all these things. But I think maybe the most important thing is dependability. And that's what Jakobi Meyers brings to this offense. And since he's been here, it's obviously been a lot different in terms of what it looks like.
Yeah, well, there's other things, too, about him. And because we had Baselli on Jaguars All Access with Meyers a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, listen, you got to get open. You got to catch the ball. But in this thing, and I think around the league, but especially here, you got to be able to run block. And he's an excellent blocker, very good at that. Obviously goes under the radar. So checks the boxes for everything that this team is looking for. All right, I'm going to run into Liam Cohen, and then I'll hustle back to the station. Just had a couple of things to get to here with Cohen and down the building. You guys take it from here, but I'm sure you're going to be talking about that game a little bit last night, too. Holy cow. Speaking of receivers, Puka Nacua, he's got it all going on right now in a variety of ways, but that Rams-Seattle game was pretty awesome. I'll be back in just a little bit, fellas.
Sounds good, man. We'll see you soon. Yeah, Hamby, we'll get to that game in a second. We'll get ready to take a break.
Yes,
but
sir.
Before we take let me go ahead and pose this question.
Let's hear it.
We can go ahead and marinate it on it a little bit.
Marinate.
We can take the break, and we can come back and hopefully answer it. This is what they call the tease in the business. Jakobi Meyers gets paid.
Yes.
During the season. Little unheard of to some people, right?
Rare.
The little shocking maybe to some people right now. Is there anybody else on this team that has the possibility to earn themselves a new contract before the playoffs start? And if so, what are we talking about? Amby, go and think about that. I may have a guess. And we'll come back here after the break, and we'll give her answers. Sound like a plan?
Come on.
Did you got anybody in mind?
I'm sure I can come up with somebody.
I mean, how many times do I have to say Travis Etienne on the show every single Monday? But I'll pick somebody else just for the sake of the argument.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now, the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jacks Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jacks Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jacks Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Boom.
Ready?
Okay. Bro, how did I miss this?
Dude, this is so geeked to me.
How did I miss this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Whoop.
yeah. One more time for the kids at home.
Jimmy Tatro would be so proud.
Hit him with it.
Got it.
Yeah. And then coming in with it over the top.
Hey,
yeah.
foot up in the air.
I like that.
You know that Jimmy Tatro video where they're fantasy football, they're arguing over who gets the points, and Jimmy Tatro comes in after the 5-minute conversation. He's a comedian.
Okay, I was gonna say, man, because you keep saying it like I'm gonna be
bad.
embarrassed, but I don't know who he is.
And
okay, gotcha.
literally like a janitor toss, like old Trent Murphy.
Yeah.
He tosses the flag. It's
Yep.
I think it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I love him, man.
So I was not watching live.
Okay.
I was at the station this morning at 2 in the morning.
I was gonna say Harry Potter. Never mind.
Nope.
Okay, so you were getting some well needed rest.
So I went to sleep at half.
Okay, and then you had to wake up to.
So I went to bed at like 10.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Was up around 1:30. And then watched the full game highlights.
3.5 hours. Yikes. Okay.
And man, I missed it, didn't I?
You definitely missed it.
I've got it from now, but obviously not the
for
same.
sure. You definitely missed it.
Man, what a
real
game.
quick, Hamby. This is a little off topic, but just because your sleep schedule's all over the place, do you take creatine or not?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. That's all I wanted to ask. Because like it's supposed to help. Like because I take 2 doses yesterday because I was going on like an hour and a half of sleep.
Yeah.
Because I had the red eye from Vegas. So yeah, man, you take a little creatine, a little extra boost there, and it kind of helps you like the brain fog and everything, especially if you're jet lagged or you're sleepy. So okay.
Yeah, I think everybody should take it.
Yeah, I mean,
do your own thing.
Yeah, it's definitely like if I was gonna say one supplement that people should be taking, and it doesn't just like, hey, let's get bulked up in the gym, just for overall body optimization.
Yeah,
creatine hands down. But everyone, do your own research and everything like that. Yeah, that game last night, it was wild because it looked like okay, this is the Rams to just take and run with.
Because it was 30-14, right?
It was 30-14, and then a punt return here.
Yeah.
A couple plays here or there, and then the Seahawks found themselves right back into it. And, now I had Jason Myers going to fantasy football, so not the most ideal scenario because I only got 2 points out of him. But we'll talk about that game in a second because I want to ask you a question about Matthew Stafford. But we did pose the question. I see we have some answers already in the chat. If the Jaguars do, in fact, make another splash and pay somebody else during the regular season before the playoffs start, before the season's over, who is that player going to be? I think I saw Cole Van Lannon. I think I saw Trayvon Walker.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see the rest of the chat right now.
ETN. There's an Lloyd.
Okay, Lloyd. So kind of, running the gambit right now, if you will. Jason Hamby.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? If the Jaguars do pay somebody else, who are you going with?
Yeah, I don't think any of the look, first of all, I hope all these guys are back. Second of all, I believe all of them will be back other than Travis Etienne. I don't believe anything gets done during the year. I think Jakobi was a unique situation where you just got him.
Okay.
And you really didn't want him to hit the market.
Okay.
I don't believe Devin Lloyd that there are contract negotiations ongoing now.
Okay.
This is just me.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I don't believe there are any contract negotiations with like Van Lannon and with ETN, and especially not with Trayvon, because I think that's going to be a whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you get into we're getting into the how many figures is that? 9 figures. We're getting over $100 million, which this would easily be. It's a $200 million. That's not going to happen in the season. I'd be actually shocked. The Jakobi one, that didn't really shock me. It was a nice surprise because just in general, mid-December, not a whole lot of deals going on.
Sure.
But Trayvon would actually floor me if that one was done at this point.
Okay.
So if I had to put the I don't. Again, Jakobi was the only deal. There will be no more deals, according to me.
But for the sake
But for the sake of
making a clip out of this when you do predict it right.
Yeah, for the
and
sake of the
you
clip.
can go back and clip this up and then share it on social media and get your clout.
Right.
All right. And the take starts in 3, 2, 1. Jason Hamby, who are the Jaguars bringing in next?
Yeah, if the Jaguars are going to re-sign anybody before the season's up, it's going to be Cole Van Lannon.
Okay.
I think there are more similarities between him and Jakobi Meyers than any other guy. Obviously, it's a guy that's unrestricted after this year, and it's also a guy that has only recently started to produce for you. You're trying to really, those are really the only similarities between the two guys. I mean, Devin Lloyd, he's been here the entire time, and he's had an awesome year. I think it's going to take you a little bit of time to figure out how much he's really worth. How much are the turnovers worth? How many do you expect to get at the end of the year? Or going forward next year? Do you expect him to get 5 picks again? Or is the play, the tackling, the pursuit of the football, the coverage, is that enough to pay him a lot of money? That's going to take you time to figure out, I believe. ETN, well, I don't think you're going to pay him to begin with, so he can't be my answer. Again, wish it was the case. Not going to be sad if he walks. Love the guy. Been awesome. Don't believe it's going to happen. And then Trayvon, again, like I stated, $200 million contract, something like in that stratosphere. That's going to wait till the offseason, no doubt. So that leaves me with Cole Van Lannon, a guy, again, some similarities with Jakobi Meyers. Meyers has been here 6 weeks and turned it on, and he's produced and made you a lot better football team. Van Lannon, really the last 6 weeks he's been playing, and specifically at left tackle the last 2, he's really produced. He's turned around your football team. So if you want to ink somebody to a 3-year deal, it's going to be CVL.
CVL, I like that, man. Yeah, so we're kind of on the same page here a little bit. Now, do I want to say Travis Etienne? Absolutely.
You do.
Yeah, more than anything. And there's a reason why I keep on trying to speak Travis Etienne into the ethers, if you will, after every single game that he plays in. Because I'm almost within this. Now we're agreeing too much, which I don't like. But I agree with you where I'm not sure if Travis Etienne's going to be here next year. And that's why I keep speaking into existence, because I do think of how the running back position works and how volatile it is and the risk of overpaying a position. I do have a fear that he won't be here next year unless it's franchise tagged. So that's why I keep talking about Travis Etienne every single week, because I do think he deserves to be here. And I do think of all the players that are candidates, I think right now he's in the bottom in terms of would James Gladstone bring him back. So I guess it's more of just me talking to James Gladstone saying, hey, man, maybe think twice about bringing him back. Now, to answer the question of who I think it could be,
yeah,
I'm with CVL as well. I'm with the badass from Bayport, Wisconsin.
He is from Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, man, he's a Wisconsin dude.
So he's your guy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, he definitely is. But like, his whole school. So you gotta understand how Wisconsin works, man. There's like the small Wisconsin, like the central Wisconsin part, and then there's like the bigger parts of like the pristine high schools. And he went to Bayport, which is like one of the best football schools in the state, but it's like a lot bigger. So like there's a small school Wisconsin and there's the big school Wisconsin. So like, yeah, that's my dude, but he's a big school Wisconsin guy. Okay. Now, why I think it's going to be Cole Van Lannon. I think a lot rides actually more than just obviously playoff seeding and everything with this Broncos game. I think this is the opportunity for Cole Van Lannon to get paid if he has a great game against the Broncos. Because the Denver Broncos are the ultimate litmus test in terms of an offensive lineman, right? Because you're probably taking on the best defensive line in the entire league. Now, I know the Houston Texans may have something to say for that, but look to see what the quarterback sack numbers are right now.
Yeah,
those aren't a mistake. Go ahead, Hamby.
I just wish we could see Van Lannon against the Texans, so we can really say, "Hey, this is what Walker Little did, and this is what CVL's done."
Yeah, no, hey, maybe we will in the playoffs. But I think this is still going to be a great test for Cole Van Lannon and this entire offensive line. And if we come in here on Monday and we're talking about how Trevor Lawrence was upright, wasn't really getting touched and everything, then guess what? Then I think Cole Van Lannon may have played himself into a new contract during this regular season. Because once again, it's about setting a precedent. It's about getting value in return for your buck. And to say, like, if Cole Van Lannon goes out there against Denver, balls out the rest of the season, and we may disagree here, but I think the price goes drastically up. That's just how the NFL works, right? Like, look at what the Chiefs paid for Juwan Taylor, And we knew what it was here with Juwan Taylor.
Yeah, we did.
And the Chiefs broke the bank on him. Like,
yeah,
teams,
we were all like, take him.
Exactly.
You know?
And once again, like, if you're Cole Van Landen, like, no, you weren't drafted here. Obviously, you've been thrust into a starting role. You've been nothing but, I think good to very good in terms of playing every position. Like, he's done everything the Jaguars have asked him to do. And now it just so happens that Walker Little gets hurt. He goes in the most important position, arguably, on the offensive line, and he's doing a great job with that.
Yeah.
So I think if you're trying to, once again, get maybe a little bargain, get a little value on the buck, I think you have to pay him right now, because if you don't, there's going to be a very desperate team out there in need of a left tackle that will overpay for a left tackle, and that will overpay for Cole Van Landen. And if I'm Cole Van Landen and and I'm the badass from Bayport, I'm listening to all suitors after the season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think if it's going to be anybody else, I think there's a good shot that Cole Van Landen, if he has a great game against Denver, you might be talking about him possibly getting a new contract as well. And keep in mind, I think it's a really telling sign of how the whole Walker Little thing's being handled, right? Because he's cleared, and then he's not cleared, and then he's not playing. So there's a disconnect there as well, right? Like, I don't want to say it's a big deal, but I don't know what's going on with the Walker Little situation.
Yeah.
And we've been told a couple things, by Liam Cohen and the injury stuff. So when you have those types of narratives, because this has happened before, by the way, if you've been paying attention, when these things start to happen a little bit, well, then it's like, okay, well, what's the story behind the story that you're trying to present us? And what I think the story is that, yeah, other Walker Little, has played the starting left tackle spot. I think they love Cole Van Landen. I think they're trying to shore up a Cole Van Landen deal.
Let me ask you a question from, obviously, the NFL player perspective. I think it would be, you mentioned Van Landen doesn't owe Jacksonville anything, and you said that about Jakobi Meyers as well in the first segment.
Yeah.
They weren't drafted here. So here's my question. When we're talking about things with contracts, and Jakobi Meyers wasn't drafted here, but the Jags believed in him, gave him another opportunity. He's taking advantage. So the onus is on him. He's the one who took advantage, earned the deal.
Yep.
Van Landen, he earned the playing time, also injuries, but the Jags believed in him.
Absolutely.
How much does that get taken into consideration come negotiation time? Because this is where the bigger when I'm thinking about this particular kind of situation, I don't know why my mind immediately goes to Calvin Ridley.
Interesting. Okay. Yep.
Calvin Ridley, his career was a huge question mark. And the Jaguars traded for him to give him an opportunity, believed in his talent, and he didn't have an amazing year, but he resurrected his career. He got $90 million.
It's crazy. So it's crazy. We're a few years removed away from that, by the way. It seems like forever
ago. Again, hindsight, thank you, Bulky, for not paying that. Yeah. Even though we we didn't want to pay that much, but we did want him back on the team. I think all three of us did, but not for that money. But nonetheless, obviously, there was not a whole lot of, the Jags took a shot at me, allowed me to resurrect my career. I'm not getting a new contract, period, without Jacksonville. I'm still going to go.
Yeah.
So for Van Landen, a guy who was not drafted here, again, Jags gave him a shot. He earned everything that he's gotten.
Without a doubt.
So it's on him. If he wants to go to get the money, go get the money. But is there 5%? Is there 15% that, hey, I want to reward Jacksonville as well for believing in me, giving me a shot? Again, 5%, 10%? Does that even come into the equation when a deal gets put on the table?
So, listen, I think every player is different, and every player plays for different reasons. Some play for the Super Bowls. Some play for the Hall of Fame, the legendary status. Some players want to play for money, right? I think everyone's different. But if you're one of the top agents in the NFL, if you're, you know what? Take that back. If you're an agent and you represent a professional athlete, there really is no hometown discount, especially on a guy who's still looking to get paid. okay? Because then you're not doing your job as an agent. Your job as an agent is to try to work out a contract that is going to provide the most money for your client.
But isn't your job as an agent to make your client happiest?
Yeah, but your agent's trying to get paid too, Hamby.
I understand.
Okay? Yeah, make your client the happiest. But like, what's going to be okay? But okay, let me get into this then. Here's why I always say the quote, and it's not my quote. I got it from, I think it's from Moneyball. I mean, I've heard it before Moneyball, but I always say this. It's not about the money. It's what the money says. So if I'm the agent of Cole Van Lanen, and let's say we're at the end of the year now, right? And let's say the Jaguars put out an offer, but then, I don't know, give me a team that needs a left tackle. Whatever. Give me like a middle of the road team. Like it's not gonna be like the Browns, right? Like give me a team that's kind of, if they're gonna spend this money on the left tackle, they're probably on the precipice of going to a playoff or a Super Bowl run. So let's say, take
the Ravens.
Okay, perfect. Let's take the Ravens, right? Decent culture, kind of rough this year. We'll see next year with Lamar and everything, but they're still, I feel like, a respectable franchise.
Of course.
Let's say the Ravens offer, because they're desperate, got to keep Lamar healthy. Let's say they offer an extra $6 million a year. Are you cool with that exercise?
Sure.
Okay. Now, if I'm the agent, I'm taking into account, well, once again, there's the state tax. You don't get that here in Jacksonville, so you're going to save some money overall. But the Ravens are willing to offer my client an extra $6 million a year. Now I go to Cole Van Lanen and say, okay, here's what we got. The Jaguars, obviously, they took a chance on you, right? And you had to work your way up. They really like you. This offer's on the table. Or you have the option of $6 million more per year by Baltimore. I'm going to tell my client, like, hey, man, I get maybe the teams are comparable. And right now, assuming we know, the Jaguars will probably finish better in the playoff seeding and playoff run than the Baltimore Ravens, and that's great. But, man, Baltimore really, really wants you. And it's an extra couple million a year. I think we should go with Baltimore because and once again, this is how an agent works, Hamby. It's not like, okay, well, my client's happy. You know what makes an agent happy? Getting paid more money.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're getting a percentage. They're getting a cut.
Yeah.
So it's all about purveying the fact of, hey, this team wants you, but it's also about taking care of your own self. I mean, this is how the game works. Trust me. Yeah. I'm great friends with a lot of agents. I know how the game works. So to answer your question, I think if it's a little extra like that, then I think you do go someplace else. I think if the number is really just spot on and it's comparable, then you stay.
I think it's really interesting, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because, of course, if it's $6 million, man, that's especially for a guy like Van Lanen who's never had a big payday.
But Hamby, and once again, I forgot what the Juwan Taylor contract was. But you know damn well the Jaguars weren't going to pay Juwan Taylor what the Chiefs paid.
Of course.
And if you're Juwan Taylor, it's like, oh, I get to go play for Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah. But once again, I think it's one thing maybe if you're drafted here, but especially with your first top dollar contract like Cole Van Lanen will probably get this year, I think you have to go where the money is, and this is why I'm such an adamant person of saying, if you have a chance right now to get him at a discount instead of waiting the whole year, I say you do that. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, like with ETN, I think with ETN, like, there is no more discount. Like, I think he's shown what he can do, right? So what he makes, like, if you decide to pay ETN right now, I think he'll make the same thing if you offer him at the end of the year. Now,
well, not if he hits free agency.
Well, that's my point. You may block him from other teams if you pay him right now, right? But you still have the franchise tag in your back pocket.
Right.
And to me, that's what it comes down to. Because with the franchise tag, you can use it on ETN. Or can you use it on ETN?
He's a first rounder.
Yeah. Use it on ETN. Or you could probably use it on Lloyd as well. But Lloyd would be so much drastically more where I feel like Lloyd might be the odd man out. Because I think Lloyd would be considered that linebacker spot. And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe linebackers get paid like outside linebackers as well. So that franchise tag would be drastically more. And once again, with Lloyd right now, his stock's at the highest, right? Like, if you want to get a deal done with Lloyd right now, you got to pay top dollar for it.
Yeah, I think you'd have to do the same for ETN. I don't think his stock's really ever been higher either.
True. And I think Cole Van Landen is still like going up.
I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, the guy's only played 6 weeks.
Correct.
So I always got to keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to have this conversation because, well, I mean, the Jaguars are a 10-win team. So we have better things to talk about as of right now. This is an off-season topic.
Yeah.
We're all thankful that we won't have to have this conversation that I'm about to bring up. But just keep in mind, if today Travis Etienne got franchise tagged, would he sit out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, if I'm ETN, yeah, I'd play the game.
We might
you have to play the game.
It's always been other teams that have had to deal with that.
Of course.
I can't remember. Maybe it's just me. I can't remember a time where the Jags had a potential guy or a guy potentially sitting out.
Yeah.
Holding out or holding in. Can't remember it. You haven't one in the chat.
Josh Hines-Allen sat out, I believe, a little bit, right? Or didn't he? I thought he didn't. I thought he sat out and then he showed back up like when this preseason started.
To go back.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'd have to go back.
I could have swore he sat out a little
that
bit.
does seem like so long ago.
I know it does seem like a little ways ago.
But
no, Hamby, listen. If this is Lloyd, we're talking about getting franchise tagged. If this is gonna be ETN or even Cole Van Landen, like, yeah, it's kind of the name of the game because you know why? No player's gonna go, oh, you're gonna franchise tag me? Sweet, I'm pumped. Like, let me show up to work.
Of course.
Like it's, and I said this before, and a lot of Jags fans, kind of like scoffed off of me a little bit because maybe like I phrased it the wrong way. It is in the contracts. It is part of the rule, but I always say this, and once again, it could rub people the wrong way a little bit. The franchise tag is a little bit of a loophole, right? Because you're essentially saying, we love you, but we don't love you enough to pay you.
Right.
But we love you, but we don't love you enough to say we want to give you a 3-year deal. Like, we love you right now, but we'll see in the future, right? It's almost like the equivalent to like a prenuptial agreement. Babe, let's get married, but I don't know if this is going to work out. Babe, let's get married. Like, you're the love of my life. Yeah, but I'm making a lot more money than you are, so go ahead and sign this. That's essentially what the franchise tag is. And as players who, let's be honest, can be sensitive creatures, when someone says, yeah, we like you or we love you a lot, but we don't love you that much, you're probably going to feel a certain type of way about it. So that's why, players won't show up. So to answer your question, Hamby, if it's Cole Van Landen, if it's ETN, if it's Devin Lloyd, I do think the Jaguars will franchise tag one of those guys. And I do think that they're probably not going to show up like the most pumped to go about their job day one, right? Like eventually I think they all show up because that's the culture here in Jacksonville. There hasn't been any issues.
Right.
But that's almost the part of being a professional football player.
I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, we will get a little bit more into that Thursday night football game.
Let's get into it.
We're going to have some thoughts there. And then, look, then it's all full steam ahead on the Broncos. Brent will be hopping back in from Liam Cohen's press conference that just wrapped up. So we'll have Liam Cohen's thoughts on the Jakobi Meyers deal. That'll be new. And then I've got a Sean Pitt. I mean, Denver fans continue to be pissed at your boy. Even more so now than they were over the Cody Schrader video.
Wait, at you?
Yeah, man.
Wait, did you get it? You just got again?
I mean, I'm doing the. I mean.
Well, okay, but I'm saying people are coming at you again.
Yeah.
I didn't. How am I not seeing this stuff?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll explain. And then hey, we got a college football playoff game tonight. We'll break that down. Weekend spreads, wagers. Casey will be along. That's all ahead. Stay tuned. We'll get 2 more hours to go right here on the Brent and Austen Show.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3, don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game.
We show no mercy. Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown!
Duval! ETN is going to take it all the way!
Right here on CBS 47.
CBS 47.
Right here. Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
But the Jags are 1-1 against the Texans.
Can I tell you something about the Jags?
What?
Like most of America, I just don't care.
See, that's
at all. I'm sorry, I just don't care.
You think most of America is pining for more?
Who is that guy? I mean,
Hey, hold on.
I'm gonna
Ask
need a
that
name.
question again.
Who is that guy?
Just like most of America, I don't care.
I like it. I do care for a second though, because I need to know this guy's name just so I know who I'm talking to.
Kevin Wildes.
Kevin
I believe
Wildes?
That's how you say his name.
Okay, and that's what show was that?
I know Nick Wright. I think he's a Jags defender.
Okay.
So don't want him to go down with the whole show.
Yeah.
We'll focus on this gentleman specifically.
Yeah.
First things first, I guess.
Okay, and this is on ESPN or it's on Fox? Because I don't.
I don't know.
You know me, man.
I don't.
Okay, whatever station it's on, because I'm not into the sports talk shows a lot. And even like when Cam Newton came out and said his thing about Drake May, Cam was like, every athlete knows that I'm on ESPN. I'm like, well, Cam, I didn't know. I'm sorry, dude. I've seen you make an appearance. I thought you were just a guest. I didn't know you had your own show, but more power to Cam Newton. Now, getting back to what's this dude's name?
Kevin Wildes.
Kevin Wildes. Yeah, so here's why comments like that get me excited, right? And this isn't coming from being a fan of a football team or a team that I played for where I feel like they get no respect, right? Like this isn't coming from that at all. This is coming from a place of being in the media and looking at Kevin Wild or Wildes?
Wildes.
This is looking at Kevin Wildes being on, I assume, a pretty respected sports show. I mean, you're on a big network.
Yep.
You're surrounded by people I actually know in the sports media, so I assume you've worked your way up. And when you say things like, I don't care about the Jaguars, well, then guess what, man? That gets me excited. And do you know why it gets me excited, Hamby?
Let's hear more.
Because when you're in your spot, right, and you're on a national network, on a big show, and you're talking about the biggest sport in this country, and you're talking about a team right now that is considered top 3 in their conference of the biggest sport in their country, and your only defense is, I don't care about them, well, that means to me to tell me, like, oh, you aren't really passionate about your job then. Right? Because if you want to talk about the Cleveland Browns, I'll talk about the Cleveland Browns. You want to talk about the Green Bay Packers? Let's talk about the Green Bay Packers. If you want to talk about the Arizona Cardinals right now and Michael Wilson, and if Marvin Harrison Jr. comes back, how that affects him, and are you going to pay Michael Wilson going forward? What you do with Marvin Harrison Jr., Kyler Murray? We can talk about that as well. Do you know why? Because I love the game of football. And I will watch any game of football because it means that much to me. This dude coming out and saying, I don't care. Keep telling on yourself then, my man. Keep telling yourself and saying you don't care. But if the Jaguars make a playoff run, guess what? You'll be the odd man out because you don't care. So you don't want to do any research. You don't want to talk about them. And then when it comes time to talk about them, when they make their playoff run, you will be looking like an absolute idiot.
Oh, more than you already are.
More than you already are.
I mean, it's a full-on clown show. There's zero professionalism. Even if that were true, to be that bold-faced about it and confident and arrogant in it, to say it on live TV is a whole nother level. And I mean, yeah, cool. I mean, when I got in an argument with my big brother, the only thing that I could say if I was losing was, I don't care. That was the only way to save face.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Of course, man.
If you're losing and you're getting your teeth kicked in, and there's no way to go, all you've got to do, the only Uno card you've got to play is to act like you don't care and you never did all along and hope they buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Buddy's doing.
No, without a doubt, man. And listen, I love it. And once again, if you want to talk bad about the Jaguars and have hot takes, listen, more power to you, right? Like when Richard Sherman did his whole thing about Trevor Lawrence, and now he's getting kind of dragged through the coals a little bit. That's fine, man. Like I get it. I get it that it's an entertainment business. The whole point is to be polarizing, have people tune in whether they agree with you, you disagree. That's the name of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's another thing if you're Richard Sherman, if you're this dude right here, Kevin Wildes, where you go, oh, I don't care. It's the fan base. They're being mean to me. I don't follow them. I don't care. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Keep up that energy. Keep that energy. Because, and listen, I'm not even trying to get into that whole racket of being a national media, sports, televised person at all. Come on, man. Like, you think I want to wear like a suit and stuff? Like, no, man. Let me stick local. Let me be myself. Let me swear every once in a while if I can. You know, let me say some outlandish things every once in a while. Like, that's who I am. I don't want to put on a suit and try to put on a facade and anything. But my point is that keep that energy. Keep saying that you don't care about the Jacksonville Jaguars, that you're not going to spend time watching the Jacksonville Jaguars, because heaven forbid they make a playoff run. You'll be looking uninformed and stupid then. And guess what? Somebody else hungrier, somebody else maybe more qualified, just as entertaining, might take your job. So keep the energy, Kevin Wilde. But by all means, keep cracking jokes, man. Keep telling on yourself. Because there's probably 100 people right now that have probably played the game of football that might be more qualified than you right now, that are passionate about the game of football, that will watch every single game on TV, whether it's the Seahawks, Rams, or whether it's, you know, the Dolphins, Steelers. People are hungry out there. If you don't want to be hungry, and if you want to crack jokes that you don't care, best of luck to you. We'll see what gets you. Enough said.
Man, Jaguars fans have had a lot to get them riled up this week.
Yeah, but once
just
again,
in general, I know, from Sherm to Sean Payton.
Well, and this is getting to Sean Payton. Like, but Hamby, it's one thing if it's a hot take. Like, I get it, man. Like, yeah, sometimes those are stupid, right? Like, you know, Jacksonville this, Jacksonville, whatever. But to get on a nationally televised program as a professional wearing a suit, or wearing a suit jacket at least, in front of, you know, a panel of people I actually know, and say, I don't care. Like you're an emo teenager whose mom just told him to do the laundry, and you're going to flick your hair back like this and say, I don't care?
He's got way too much product in his hair. He wouldn't be able to flip it.
What the hell are we doing, though?
Whole bottle.
What the hell are we doing, Hamby?
Whole can.
What are we doing? But that's fine, man. Keep being lazy with it. That's cool. People are hungry out there, Hamby. People got to eat. Keep that same energy and see what happens. All right. Speaking of energy, Jason Hamby, you've been having quite the week.
Oh yeah, I mean it goes right into the Sean Payton.
This is what I'm getting at, man.
Yeah,
hey,
man.
this is what we call a segue in the business.
That's right.
So, and I had no idea this was taking place. I wish I would have, because I would have looked it up this morning, then maybe put my 2 cents.
You should.
I probably would have piled on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have had Sean Payton's back. Hamby, we talked about this yesterday a little bit. You had some Broncos fans in the chat, right?
Yeah, I mean, so I had some Broncos fans going at both Brent and I when we just threw out there simply as a hypothetical on Tuesday that them picking up Cody Schrader could be some gamesmanship. All right, we went through that. They got at me, all that good stuff. Well, yesterday we played you that Sean Payton explained that move and said there was no gamesmanship. Okay, all good. Cool. It was hypothetical to begin with. Sweet. But we also played the clip for y'all here of him just explaining what he saw in the Jags.
Yes.
Hey, coach, you got the Jags this week. What do you see? What do you like? What's got them on a 5-game win streak? That was the question. And we played it right here. You guys heard it if you were listening. That Sean goes from talking about the defense gets takeaways. They got a good punt returner. And he ends the answer with, well, it's a small market team, but you see it's a good team.
Do we have the comment or not, Hamby?
I mean, I could pull the comment.
I mean, please pull, just so in case people missed the show yesterday, they don't understand the context of what we're talking about. We can just point to here and say this is Exhibit A in our court proceedings.
Sure. Okay, so again, let me set it up one more time.
Yes.
The question was about, who the Jags are. How are y'all preparing for them? What stands out? And again, we get special teams. Parker Washington gets a shout. Defense gets a shout. And then we get this.
We've got to be on point. They mix it up defensively. They've got a very talented punt returner. And so as you look at them and you watch the tape, it's a smaller market, but you see a real good team.
Okay. So I took that, what you just saw,
yeah,
and I threw it on Twitter.
Sure.
I said, I want to know what the people think.
Yeah.
And all I did was I quoted, it's a smaller market, but you see a really good team.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Because here's what I didn't want. I didn't want to get the, oh, y'all are so soft. He's not taking a shot. I'm not saying he's taking a shot. I don't know.
You're just reporting. Now, Hamby, be honest, though.
Here's what I wanted to gather, actually.
Yeah.
When has a team's market size ever come up before when a coach is answering about preparing for a football team?
Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? And this is what I don't understand. If this was baseball, I get it. Because larger markets have a competitive advantage. They have more money.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there not a salary cap in place in the NFL?
Indeed, there is.
So then what difference does it make if there's a large market team or the small market team? Everyone's on the same level. Everyone's on the same playing field. So that's why I didn't really understand the quote. Because he's saying, well, even though they're a small market team, they're a good team.
It's irrelevant.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are they the Milwaukee Brewers and they have a great farm system and they can elevate their – like, it's got nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it.
100%.
So that was my issue with the comment, it's like,
and that's exactly the
okay,
same.
so
I just don't know how it's relevant and why that's on his mind. Because if he's able to say that, just like that, that means he's been thinking about Jacksonville's market size.
Yeah.
And I'm fully aware that this guy came from New Orleans, not a great market compared to all the rest, bigger than Jacksonville. But grand scheme of things, okay, he knows what it's like to. But this fell out of place, and it felt weird.
Sure.
So I just put, look, never in my life heard a coach mention market size when talking about an upcoming opponent. Mm-hmm. But go off, Sean Payton. Well, 200 Broncos fans got at me saying that we're soft. Literally 200. Well, 240. 40 of those are Jags fans saying.
You got 240 comments?
Yeah. I'm going to say 40 of them are like.
I got to go on Twitter a lot
this
more,
guy
man.
is like.
Oh, my God.
There 40 people are perplexed as well, just like me.
Okay, obviously Jaguars fans.
Yeah.
Including myself.
10 of them are just like, screw Sean Payton, we hate him. And those are just NFL fans.
Yeah.
I gather those were not Jags or Broncos fans. Those may have been Saints fans. They were just like, this guy, what do you expect? And then 190 were Broncos fans being like, y'all are soft. He's trying to compliment you. Again, if this was baseball,
yeah,
I get it. But what am I missing? I don't know.
Yeah, because think about what Sean Payton's saying here. Sean Payton's essentially saying, all right, well, this team, they have a salary cap just like we do. But, in terms of their fan base and jersey revenue, I think ours is probably a little higher, but they're still a good team. Okay? And? What are we getting at, Sean? Like,
a lot of people were like, well, he's probably saying that small market is in, they're not getting a whole lot of national recognition. But again, why would a head coach, when he's talking game prep, mention, well, this team's not getting a whole lot of recognition from the national media, but we're not overlooking them? No. Oh, yeah. You're going to go from literally talking about Parker Washington.
Yeah.
And then your next sentence is, I'm really concerned with their market size and how much or how little attention they get. But don't worry, we're not overlooking them. He goes from X's and O's to that.
See,
it's just weird.
Hamby, and once again, I mean, I'm sure Leo, and I saw this in the chat. Here's the crazy thing, and listen, I have a lot of respect for Liam Cohen, right? I think we have one fundamental difference, and I'm glad we do, because this is why I can never be a head coach. Because Liam Cohen does this perfectly. Liam Cohen listens to all the outside noise. All the outside noise. Like, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that gets clipped up and he plays that before the game. Honestly.
Hope so.
I wouldn't be surprised, and I can't remember the dude's name, Kevin Wildes.
Kevin Wildes.
I wouldn't be surprised if he clips that up and plays that before the game. The Saturday night in the hotel before the game. Because this is what the guy hangs on to. Now, me, I can't do all that. Like, I don't give a bleep about the noise, really, ever, right? Like, it's just, to me, it doesn't matter. But I feel like to Liam Cohen, he's used it to his team's advantage. So whether or not Sean Payton meant anything by that, I would assume he didn't, unless he has a personal vendetta against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Can't imagine he would.
I can't imagine he would either, because once again, he's been in a smaller market in New Orleans.
Yeah, he knows what it's like.
So he knows what's up. And once again, without getting blue in the face repeating myself, it makes no difference what the market is. You have the same amount of money to play with. This is not baseball. So that statement means absolutely nothing to anybody.
Yeah.
But Liam Cohen will take that statement and use it to his advantage.
And real quick, Duval TV in the chat said Wilds is the clip to play. We did play that. In case you missed it, Duval TV. Just rewind about 20 minutes ago.
And I had my thoughts about that as well.
Took care of him.
So. I took care of him.
Brent, take your pick. Who do you want to go after?
Tuck him in nice and gently.
Well, we just did Sherman last week. You can go after Mr. Kevin Wilds. You can go over after Sean Payton again. I've got a lot of Broncos fans getting after me.
You guys have it covered. I've been listening, and thankfully I don't have to do it, I guess. I will say I'll give this defense to Peyton because I was trying to think of the same thing, like why. And I would just say that maybe if I'm giving him a defense that he was like, you probably haven't heard about him all the time, or they're not all the time on all these places because they're in a small market, but don't sleep on them type of thing. Like in his mind, he might have been saying that's why small market might have came up because, hey, you don't ask us about this all the time, or you're not seeing it week to week out here, but trust me, man, they're good, like that kind of thing.
So you think he's paid a compliment?
It was almost like in a complimentary way. Like that would be my defense. Now, do I really think that? Probably not. I do think this might even – I don't know how deep the conversations were going all the way back to August or anything else, and there might be a little bit of pissiness involved on both sides of this. Like there might genuinely be that we won't know and might not even find out. So I just found the whole thing kind of interesting this week with Liam talking about going down to New Orleans way back in the day when I think he was at either Rhode Island or UMass or Maine or something like that. And he mentioned really more, and this might be commonplace when a coaching staff goes down to like another organization, that you hang out more with like the assistant coaches, and their connection was Pete Carmichael. And then I think Peyton was asked about, like, does he know Liam? And in that same presser, he was talking about, like, yeah, I think I ran into him one time when I was actually interviewing for this job, I think he had said. I ran into him coming out of like a hotel, something. Not that Liam was interviewing for the job, but just kind of ran into him. And then he kind of mentioned the whole New Orleans thing, like, yeah, I think he might have come down for a camp too, type of thing, So
he big time to back them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we can read into these things a lot. We did this all last year with like Doug and everything, maybe a little bit too much at times. But I just think it's fun, and you pick apart every word, and maybe so there might be something more there than we think. But I think Peyton did it in such a way that you kind of wonder, is there something actually there? Or is he really just trying to backhand a compliment and it didn't work?
Yeah.
I say in small market.
I mean, listen, I think if you give a team a compliment, then you would say, hey, even though they're not made necessarily in the national spotlight all the time, this is still a great team.
Yeah, people should be talking about them more, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Now you showed respect, and we can go on with our lives. But when you say it's a small market team, but they're still a good team, I just think like you have to have the foresight at least to understand that can come across the wrong way, whether you meant it to or not.
How many views for Hamby?
No idea.
Let's see.
Come on, bro. We're not all about the views all the time.
I know. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's had a nice year, Hamby has. Hamby's
had
a really nice year. What do we got?
600K.
Nicely done.
600K.
Nicely done.
That's pretty good. Can't put a logo on that one too, because that's theirs. Yeah, that's theirs.
Oh, that's what we should have did.
No, you can't do that. Right?
Why not? But people aren't stealing our stuff all the time. Come on now.
Well, actually, I saw the aggregate accounts or whatever. They took the exact video and put it on, like the ML footballs and the climates and whatever. Yeah, it was fun.
You guys were talking about the Wilds thing and everything else, and this might be a little bit too much in the business part, but I was actually thinking about this when I was just down there listening to you guys and at Everbank, and I was watching, I think, Cam Newton on because they had ESPN on one of the screens or something, and I wonder if there's so many people talking about the NFL right now and so much of it is about like almost influence, hot take, everything like that. That they've really diluted almost the respect of the media. Like you would think, or people covering football, let's just say not media, but people covering football, where you would think if you have people, I think this was presented as, hey, let's get these guys in the broadcast booth and get the Tony Romos and the Tom Bradys and the Troy Aikmans and everybody else because they've got experience and there comes a cachet with that, sure, but also because they know the damn game, right? Like there's a respect level for that. Well, is that being washed away a little bit? That was probably the intent at one time, but is it being washed away to almost dilute the seriousness of it or the integrity of actually what's being covered? And not necessarily by other people just jumping in. You used to say this by bloggers, right, or podcasters now or whatever. I'm talking about the actual athlete who's willing to get on there and have a hot take. I mean, Ryan Clark, he apologizes once a week, right? So, like I don't – it's like part of the thing. It's like,
true.
Hey, people at ESPN probably meet with Ryan Clark once a week. It's like, okay, what do we have to apologize for? Like your letter that you had drafted back in 2019 for this show, he actually has one.
Oh, yeah, I believe it, man.
I believe it. I just don't know. I don't know if it's I have no idea. I was just thinking about it impromptu that from an inside the building, from a football standpoint, like has that kind of changed the way take a look at the Puka Nacua stuff this week, right? I mean, he's going on with a YouTuber and he's very relaxed in that setting and then does stuff that probably shouldn't do. I don't know. I don't wonder if these guys are helping or hurting.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, and once again, I'm probably the last person that's qualified to speak on this because I don't watch a lot of like the network sports shows. I don't listen to even sports radio. I just don't have the time or energy. But I feel like it's gotten to the point where when you have former pros come in, they don't have like a lot of qualifications, but they're obviously former pros, so they know the game. And they've showed, like, whether it's Tony Romo, whether it's J.J. Watt now, like, they can be entertaining as well.
Oh, yeah.
That it's almost kind of put the clean-cut guys on notice, where I feel like the clean-cut guys now have to, like, go above and beyond to try to be polarizing, because if they don't, then they're out of the conversation, they'll be replaced. Because I think now more than ever, in terms of the former professional athlete that's, coming into a role, whether it's like on a sports talk show, whether it's play-by-play or commentary, they're entertaining as well.
Yeah.
I don't think that's always been the case. Like when I was growing up and pro athletes were calling games or they had their own shows, like they weren't necessarily the most entertaining people.
No, that's true.
But I think Barstool has kind of changed that perception now where it's not just good enough to say you played the game, but you got to like have like a little something about you where you're going to make people laugh or like share stories where they'll be entertained. And I think this rubs the new breed of just like I went to college, I'm the clean-cut guy the wrong way, where it's like, well, I can't just be myself anymore. Now I got to like go and get these retweets and views or else I'm going to be pushed out of my gig. And that's where I think some of these things come from, like this dude. What was it? Mike what?
Kevin Wilds.
Sorry, man. Mike Wilds.
My favorite part of this whole last hour is like you not even are purposely asking how many times like what his name is. And honestly, I wasn't taking a shot at him when I did this yesterday. I just didn't know who he was. Like I never heard who he was.
I don't know who he is either.
And because I'm kind of, there are so many things to watch and see, and I know Nick Wright, but I don't watch the show I have no idea.
Is it Fox or is it ESPN?
It's Fox. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But and he's become kind of a star at Fox.
Yeah,
Nick Wright.
I said he's a Jags defender.
And he is. He's a big Trevor Lawrence guy and stuff, and maybe that's why I know him a little bit. But I mean, you would know him anyway. He's on a lot of different stuff. But I didn't know this other guy, and apparently he was more of. I mean, it would be like one of the guys on McAfee's show that I wouldn't really know, who's now kind of blossomed into a more significant role, which good for him. Like that's fine. But I like what you were saying about it. I mean,
it just comes across as lazy. Like when you say that you don't care.
Yeah.
I think, and once again, I'm sure you're being sarcastic, and I'm sure you're just saying that to be, once again,
there, right?
The whole polarizing thing, because that's what you need to do. But to me, and I think to the country, it comes across as you being lazy, you don't want to do your job, you're not passionate about it. And if that's how it comes across, then I feel like eventually you'll be replaced.
This is why I did jump in on the Sherman one. This is where I kind of agree with you on that, even on the Sherman stuff, is that, okay, next week he's going to talk about the AFC playoff picture on Christmas Day when the Broncos play whoever they're playing, the Chiefs, I think. So, I mean, you need to have knowledge of the other teams. You can't just say, oh, I'm afraid of the fans, I'm not watching them. Or you're not doing your job well.
Right.
Like if I was, I mean, that's fun and all this fodder stuff, and yet that's your way to say it because you're Richard Sherman and maybe you don't care. But if I'm what's it on? Amazon? If I'm an Amazon exec, I'm like, hey, dude, like, this is part of your job.
Yeah, I mean, if if you're a casual football fan or whatever, and you tune in to listen to the commentary, to listen to the experts talk about it, and one of the experts goes, well, I actually don't watch those games because their fan base, was mean to me and made me emotional, then what? Oh, they didn't. Then why as a fan would I want to tune in and see what you guys say about the Jaguars in the next week when you just told me that?
They lose credibility. Yeah. So again, if I was a boss man up there, I wouldn't like that. I don't think I would like that.
Brent, you got Sean Payton'd.
What happened?
By a random on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
When you said, who is this guy? And you asked genuinely. And somebody responded to you, yeah, he's the funniest person in sports TV, and made you salty and angry enough to tweet this.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
You said no.
I actually responded to that guy, which I don't know why I did. But
here's the response from him. Quote, I'm a clothing manufacturer, and I've never heard of Levi Strauss.
Yeah, I don't think it's the
Get
same.
Get better
pal.
at your job then, little bro. Learn from the best, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same thing.
That's probably that guy's burner account.
I love the guy behind.
Is that Tom Wild's Tom? Is that Tom Wild's burner account? Mike, whatever, dude.
Kevin?
I mean, dude, hey.
This is so good because it's not
sports
on purpose.
No, it's not at all.
And sports it's the guy who has the great memory normally.
Well, hey, listen, man. If you're going to be vanilla and say, well, I don't care, well, then have a better name. Like one name so I remember it. Because awesome. when you're generic as that and then you have a generic name, Mike Wilds, and then your name is generic, hey, man, I can't remember you. Sorry.
I love the Levi Strauss thing. I was like, all right, dude, that's not the same. Now give me another brand that is a little off-brand. We're not talking about ESPN here or like even Good Morning Football. Yeah. That would be the Levi Strauss comparison.
Yeah.
Right, a little bit more than – I mean, Fox has been trying for a long time, but I still don't know if anybody knows the Fox lineup throughout the day.
Brent, I didn't know – do you know how dumb I felt when Cam Newton went after Drake May and said every – football player, every athlete knows that I have.
Oh, total. Same thing.
Hey, I was like, I thought he was just like a guest. I didn't know he had his own show.
I thought he just had a podcast on the
Yeah,
YouTube.
man.
I agree with you. I thought the same. I didn't know they had hired
Cam.
him full time.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, these guys, man, they think
self-righteous, man.
Yeah, they think pretty highly of themselves.
Don't they?
They really do.
Don't
they think pretty highly of themselves.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're just having some fun. All right. Hey, did you guys talk about the Rams game?
We really didn't. No, we got into Mike Wilds, right?
Tom, Kevin.
It's Mike, right?
No, it's Kevin.
My bad, dude.
Brandon.
Whatever, man.
Just every time we say him, we need a different Wilds.
My guy.
Are there some famous Wilds? Like, who's the Wilds of the
Deontay
NHL?
Wilder? Oh,
no, the NHL didn't they have a good Wilds goaltender or something?
Well, there's the Minnesota Wild, Brenner, a hockey team.
Maybe that's it.
Laura Ingalls Wilder. What? What do you hate on Laura Ingalls? You know who Laura Ingalls is?
I do know Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Hamby, did you know Laura Ingalls Wilder? Well, I don't know any Wilder.
He probably didn't know.
I don't.
Hamby, you got to know who Laura Ingalls Wilder is.
Hamby, you've never seen Little House on the Prairie?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever? You've heard of it? Have you ever seen it?
I've seen parts of it.
Really?
Yes.
I wonder, what's the cutoff at seeing Little House on the Prairie and Lassie? Have you ever seen Lassie?
No. Is that a dog?
And by the way, I wouldn't be surprised.
Isn't Lassie a dog?
It is a dog.
Back when I was in high school, my mom said when she was a little girl, she used to love Little House on the Prairie. So I bought her the complete box set DVDs of Little House on the Prairie. In retrospect, probably the worst gift I ever gave my mom.
Yeah, sorry, Mom.
I think she might have watched one episode. She's like, "What is my son doing?"
Well, not only that, she needed a Blu-ray a couple years later, and then that was extinct too. Anyway,
that's a good point, man.
That was a short-lived. You thought it was a lifetime gift.
Oh, I thought we had it for sure.
It was short-lived.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located up Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
What's been going on?
We're both dealing with a lot of guilt right now.
Can't sleep,
Not
can't
eating.
eat. You see that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? We only paid $4 for it.
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale.
Enjoy the new car.
Okay, thanks.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get a Hyundai Santa Fe with 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Or get $3,500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant, or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Hey guys, we got a new player today. I hear he's pretty good.
Where'd this guy play in the NFL?
I think he's an MMA fighter. I've actually been on his show, the Brent and Austen show.
Football and fighting, that's the easy part. Let's see if I still have it on the ice. What the heck, man? Who is this guy? He's saving everything.
Leave the hockey to the pros, man. It's hockey season. Come on out and see the Icemen play. Get your tickets at JacksonvilleIcemen.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Wow, what a game last night, man.
We got to get back to this.
Terrific game.
Yeah.
And, damn, Matthew Stafford in a loss just wrapped up the MVP.
I was going to ask, you think he won the MVP with that performance?
No doubt. What did he go for? 437 or something?
Was it that many?
Yeah, 437 without Devontae Adams. Here's what I don't understand about football sometimes. Like I said this to Ty when I get home. I was like, well, he's just good. It's like, yeah, whatever. Like in football, you say this all the time. Belichick would take away the best guy.
Mm-hmm.
Puka Nacua, how in the world, with defensive guys getting paid what they get paid and schemes and everything else, can he go for 170, 180, 220 3 weeks in a row? Like, how do you just say, we might lose the football game, but this guy ain't going to do that?
12 receptions for 225 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Including the overtime one. Like, why can't they stop that? And again, hats off to Puka. I'm just saying schematically, you can do things to take a guy out of the game. You can do it in basketball. I think you can do it in football.
So here's the thing, Brent. Schematically, you can, but schematically, you can also scheme a guy open. And that's what I think it is with Puka.
They're just winning that scheme.
Just because, like, if you look at, like, he's not necessarily the fastest wide receiver out there. Like, the guy runs great routes, but it's not like he's like a Tyreek Hill where he's like the ultimate.
I mean, he's really actually average. Speed-wise,
well, yeah,
very average.
That's why he dropped so much in the combine and in the draft, because like they said, like he's a big body, but he's got no explosive speed. Like that was the draft write up on him. But for whatever reason, Sean McVay can scheme this guy open because listen, you said it, Brent. And I'm thinking the same thing. It's like, okay, if you're a defense, you stop Puka, you probably win the game, because it's not like the Rams are even running the football that great. I mean, last night was Kyren Williams, 23 attempts for 70 yards.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he still had 70 yards because Stafford had 437.
I know. So that's crazy. So, yeah, man, I just think, like, Peyton is the ultimate master of scheming guys open.
That freaking no-look throw is awesome.
Okay, well, that's it. We were just talking about that, actually, a little bit with Liam after the news conference. And it's like, well, that's a little bit of it, right? Like, I mean, I get the eye discipline part of that. And we were also just talking in the media room. When did that actually happen? Like, when was it 9 years in? Was it 3 years ago? Was it Mahomes started to do it? So then Stafford's like, watch this. Like, I don't know. Like, when do you get to that phase? But I can pretty much guarantee you probably will. I think the only guy doing it early in his career was probably Mahomes. And now Stafford does it maybe better than anybody. Because I guess he did it on 2 touchdowns. That one and the earlier one.
Yep.
I was kind of busy last night, so I didn't watch as much of the game as I wanted to.
It seems like he's got multiple every year now.
Oh,
in the
every
last
week.
5 years.
Oh, no, every week he does it. Like the defenders, when the Jags were playing them, there was a lot of conversation. Like you want to usually read the eyes of a quarterback.
Sure.
Right? You know that.
Yeah, of course.
Well, he can't. You got to be really careful about doing it. So the Puka thing, the other thing about Puka that we heard this year, I forget, did we talk about this or not, is that he has the frame, like the strength and frame. Somebody told me this. I'm going to say it. I don't forget who. Of like if he had a 300-pound body, like he could handle like his body mass. Like he's actually like a unicorn in terms of his bone mass or something else. Somebody said he could handle like.
Do we know who this person? Like, okay,
like really could and still be effective, not just like go gain weight. But I'd never heard something like that before.
I want to know who said this guy's got some pretty thick bones. Like who?
I don't know. Like
they got him listed at 6'2", 220.
But they said, like, seriously, like he could put on whatever pounds and his body could handle it.
Okay.
Like even as like in an athletic kind of way.
Well, you look at him; he's a thick dude. Like, don't get it twisted.
But that's the strength. That's where his superpower, if you will, is that.
Yeah.
His superpower is that. What did you say?
Patrick Mahomes video 2.0.
No, I didn't say anything.
Well,
I'm talking body mass.
Austin said it was thick.
Mel Kiper throwing
thick lowers, baby.
I can't believe Puka Nacua hasn't been drafted yet. This guy's got some of the thickest bones that I've ever heard, and no one wants to take a chance on this guy.
Listen, I'm not smart enough to know if it's bones or whatever it is, but I'm just telling you somebody said that. I get what the visual of that is pretty wild. Hey, listen, you're doing it right now. You can handle 265, 270. Or you might handle 215, 220.
Yeah, I hear you.
And be athletic still. That's the point of it.
I told you that in confidence. I didn't spread it to the whole world saying, hey, this guy's got, hey, by the way, everybody, I can make 205 probably because my density.
That's why I said 220.
Whatever, man.
But if I put on 40 pounds,
yeah,
I'm not going to be able to do that athletically.
Well,
it's going to be because I went to the donut shop.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can put in some muscle, though, Brent, Steroid it up. Let's go.
Well, I don't know if Delphonic's kidding around now. Delphonic, has he been in the chat, by the way, all morning? Has he been all morning?
No, I don't believe all morning.
Oh, man, he didn't come get his flowers? He said 3 years, $60 million for Jakobi Meyers with 42 guaranteed. He was $2 million off.
He just did that like 2 minutes ago. Yeah. 2 minutes ago. Also, happy Friday. I'll catch the Myers talk on the podcast, but your boy was super close with the contract numbers.
Good. He should. That was pretty damn good.
He was.
That was really good. So anyway,
just
back to the game. Yes, I'm a little surprised. That's a good answer that you can scheme them open as well. The no-look stuff schemes them open. But I just feel like you'd put almost 3 guys on them.
Small market.
I like the Lamb at large.
Crazy.
A little salute to David Lamb there. Okay.
Real quick, speaking of Stafford, who looks like he's going to be the MVP. Sorry,
457, by the way,
you feel
Brent.
like, it's 57. Sorry. You feel like he should be MVP?
Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
so. And you know what's wild, too, is that I think they said this on the broadcast. He's been in the league for how long? I don't think he's ever got an MVP vote.
Well, I brought this up earlier this year. I think he's been to 1 Pro Bowl or 2 Pro Bowls.
Yeah. So it's wild that he's this late in his career, and now like he might be winning it, which is great. But let me ask this question, because the Rams, where it sits right now, they have 2 first-round draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Stafford, playing at an MVP-type level, might win the award, so you feel pretty confident going into next year that maybe he has another year left in the tank. Do the Rams build around Stafford right now in this team going forward next year, or do they address the quarterback situation and draft his predecessor? Or do they just trade their pick, which would probably be like, top 8 or whatever from the Atlanta Falcons, and just parlay that into 2 more first-round picks for 2027?
Yeah, I'm keeping him. I'm continuing with him. He's 37 years old. He's going to be 38 soon. His birthday is in February, so right around Super Bowl time, potentially with him in it, he will turn 38. And we now know that Rodgers isn't the best example, but obviously Brady is a really good example, especially the way he plays. Stafford, who doesn't run or anything like that, he's got the fastball still. I suggest he would, if he wants to, play for another 2-3 years at a pretty high level. Maybe it's not MVP level, but a pretty damn good level and better than anybody else that's going to play if you bring in a young guy. So I would think, I don't know what their budget looks like on their roster, but I would think the Rams would want him for at least another year, if not 2, but also start doing what the Patriots did. The Patriots would always, or even in the second round, and the Packers, they would start to add a quarterback. Now, it never really materialized for the Patriots because Brady just kept playing.
Yeah.
But I would do
G
that
had to
if I was the Rams. I would probably start to spend some of those picks on a quarterback. Maybe not the first round, but definitely in the second round kind of scenario where you could start to groom a guy, treat it the right way, which is, hey, sit down, learn from one of the best in the game, and then maybe he'll be ready to go by the time it's time to go.
Interesting. See, because here's my thing. Where if you do go in the second round or third round and get your predecessor, that's not a guarantee that he's going to be actually the guy. Right? Because even when Jimmy Garoppolo was drafted in New England, like Jimmy went other places and he did okay, but he's always been more of a game manager than actually a franchise quarterback. So, like, if you're the Rams right now, do you spend one of your first-round picks on, let's say, that could be like Ty Simpson, Alabama? Like, if Ty Simpson falls to the Rams in that first round, right, pick whatever, do they draft him, develop him, or do you just risk it with Stafford? You build around Stafford, knowing that in whatever 2, 3, 4 years' time, you probably won't have a top 10 pick because you're going to be a really good football team, and you might miss your window to get a quarterback. Like, Hamby, what would you do, man? Would you risk it right now and get your predecessor maybe in the first round, or would you just roll with Stafford, build around him, and just keep riding that wave?
Yeah, y'all might not think I'm take this all that seriously, but I genuinely believe that Stetson Bennett is a capable quarterback in the NFL.
Here comes the Georgia gentleman.
Is he older than Stafford?
Stetson Bennett? Good one. Mr. Pico Boulevard in the chat said Stetson Bennett will be 38 when Stafford retires. That's good. I think he's 26 now. Like, I genuinely believe, as of right now, if Stafford were to retire tomorrow, the Rams wouldn't be all that upset with riding into a year with Stetson Bennett. I only say that.
Here comes the J.J. McCarthy experience all over again.
I
Brent.
only say that to say, when he does retire, if he retires in 3 years, I'm sure they will draft one then. But
Hamby, the point
I think
is,
they have a secure young backup now, and I don't believe that they would waste a first-round pick on a guy when Stafford has potentially 3 years left.
Okay.
If we're in 2028 in the same situation, then yes, absolutely, they could draft one. I'm not saying they couldn't draft one in the 5th or 6th round this year to go compete with Stetson, and maybe they find a diamond in the rough, and they don't want to pay Jimmy G a couple million. They don't want to pay anything, so they could just pay the first or the 5th round pick, a couple $100,000. Stetson's a couple $100,000, and that's all they get. But I wouldn't be surprised if they go with Stetson as their just number 2 backup, and they're cool with that.
Yeah, they're not doing that. I don't think they're going to do that.
Let's just put this. Let's come on.
Hey, at least I led with y'all aren't going to believe.
No, I get it.
This is the
line. Like, I'm okay with it.
From
it's
now
fine.
on, I got to check every team's roster to see how many Georgia Bulldogs are on it.
Yeah, you don't even know when you're doing the Georgia bias sometimes.
This
and
is
that's
the last
okay.
time I go
I'll
to
say
Anthony,
I watched both of
known.
his preseason appearances,
Whoa.
start to finish.
Here's the deal.
Did you watch Trey Lance? Because he did pretty good too.
He did.
So
I would, again, here's what I would do if I wanted. Here's what I would think about. I'm not telling you I would do it. I don't know what the quarterbacks are. The Mendoza one, no. I don't think I would go that high on it. Let's just make this easy. They have 2 first-round picks, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to have a later first-round pick. Jags want to get back in the first round at number 27. The Rams trade with the Jags, get a second-rounder out of it. Instead, the Jags get the first-rounder, whatever. They figure out that deal. And then in that second-round window is where I think it would make sense to go draft a guy, start to develop. You don't have the pressure of playing anybody right away. Sure. Not that in – the one beauty you have with Stafford is fans aren't going to be clamoring for somebody else anyway. I mean, he might be the reigning MVP next year. They're not clamoring. So you have a beautiful situation where you can Aaron Rodgers it, Alex Smith to Mahomes even for that first year, where you've got the guy and you don't have to worry about all this pressure to play somebody right away, which I think in this day and age, Austen, of college football translating to the NFL, if you asked every coach, would you love to sit a guy for a year or 2 and sometimes even more? I think they would say absolutely. We can't in today's world, but absolutely to transition into today's NFL, we would love to do that. They would have the luxury of potentially doing that.
See, but this is my point, man, and this is the intrigue behind the question. Because Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love were both first-round picks. Because they were expected that, hey, whether it's not this year as a rookie, but they're going to come in and eventually, I think you run the risk of the Rams where if you draft a guy in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be the predecessor. I think it's a little bit of wishful thinking. And you're in an opportunity right now where you have 2 first-round picks, where if you wanted to spend one of those first-round picks on a quarterback to be the predecessor and buy him some time, you have that luxury. Because I think the other side of the argument is if you hang on with Stafford, you build around him right now, 2 or 3 years down the line when he's probably going to be, heading out, you'll still probably be a really good football team. So you're not going to have that high first-round draft pick like you have now thanks to the Falcons. And you aren't going to defer like you did this past season because, let's be honest, I don't think the Rams expected Stafford to do this. Or else they would have probably gave him another weapon to use going into an MVP type of season.
Yeah.
So this was kind of like a wait-and-see season from the Rams.
Oh, I agree with that.
And they go, you know what? Well, Atlanta Falcons want Penix. Let's trade that pick away. We'll give him Penix, and then we'll evaluate after the season. Well, you lucked into maybe being the best team right now in the NFL. One of the best teams, just got beat, but one of the best teams in the NFL. So I wonder what they do now because we talked about Howie Roseman and how good that management was there in the Eagles. I mean, the Rams are right up there with always seem to be hitting the right buttons. The Jaguars might be getting up there too now with James Gladstone. The point, though, is do you build for the future when you have the option to with that top 10 pick and you find the predecessor, or do you just build around Matthew Stafford and then hope it works out in the end?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they did it. By the way, I think it would be if they want to go that way, I get it.
Yeah.
Totally get what they're doing. And to your point, if you get out of the first round, the quarterback success has not been great the last 5 years. I mean, you got Caleb Williams and Drake May look pretty good. Jaden Daniels, who knows if he's going to survive in the NFL. Penix, I don't know how people feel. Those are all first-round guys from this past draft. Bo Nix, I think, was even a first-round guy. The second round, not this past, 24, was Rattler. So I think that ship has already sailed. The other notable quarterbacks from 23, Will Levis, Hendon Hooker, Stetson Bennett, Dorian Thompson. Okay, doesn't seem like there's a whole lot there. The other ones for 2022, Desmond Ridder, Malik Willis, Matt Corral, Zappi, Howell. I don't even know Brock Purdy, by the way, all the way at the end, okay? But that's like the extreme outlier. And then I'll just give you 2021 with the good class that Trevor came in with. Well, we thought it was good. Kyle Trask, Davis Mills, Kellen Mond, Sam Ellinger. And I'll go back to 2020 because I think that class was really good, right? Burrow, Tua, Herbert, Love, Hurts. But those were all top 53 picks. Hurts was the only one drafted in the second round. So my point there is, what I would say is, hey, wait till the second round. There's not a lot of evidence that waiting to the second round really pays off.
Yeah, sure.
So I think I would probably utilize one of those to go get a guy.
Or do you take the Jason Hamby approach and do you just trade Matthew Stafford away because you obviously have the predecessor right there with Stetson Bennett?
Not what I said. 2 rapid-fire questions.
But there were thoughts that they tried to trade him in this offseason.
Yeah, well, Stetson Bennett, man.
He's wrong.
You didn't know?
He'd be a starter for 5 teams right now in the NFL.
The fact that now I have to invest my time, effort, and energy to the career of Stetson Bennett just to prove Hamby wrong.
I thought we killed this thing about 4 minutes ago.
I thought it was dead. You know, like we were happy with the Kyler Murray. By the way, I still win the Daniel Jones thing because Daniel Jones is out now. So I don't know what you want. Sorry, Brent.
What?
You were this close. You're this close, Brent. But that ACL, man. Or I'm sorry, the Achilles. Drats, you know? Drats. What are you going to do?
Maybe they'll bring him over to the Rams.
Right. Yeah, maybe. All right, Hamby, let's go. What do you got? Stetson
Hamby's
Bennett.
trying to
MVP?
be a good producer today and stay on task.
2 rapid-fire questions.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
1, thoughts on the 2-point conversion. Okay. To me, this is one of those, Brent, you've talked about it, where this is too much replay. What do your eyes tell you? That should not be rewarded. That's an incomplete freaking pass. Doesn't count. We're now at too much replay where we get fluke crap like this, and that's not football.
Hamby lost some money.
I wasn't
Hamby had the Rams money line.
Actually helped me that they went to overtime. I had JSN.
I wasn't watching in a real time. So how did this play out? Did they call it incomplete at first?
Yes.
On the field?
Yes.
And then they changed it to a backward pass.
And the fans had no idea what was happening.
Yeah, well, nobody would have known. I mean, heck, even whoever picked it up didn't have any idea what was happening. He just happened to touch the ball in the end zone. This is where I thought replay should always come into play, is when things defy logic. When you jump off your couch and you're like, what the hell just happened? Like, what are we doing here? Well, this one falls not in a replay fashion maybe as much as just a, what the hell are we doing here? Like, how is this a play that counts for 2 points and actually ends up changing the season of potentially 2 teams? And nobody made a play for the offense. Like, nobody made a play. How's that get rewarded? It's just bizarre. Obviously it's a bizarre thing, but the league, you know, if we think sometimes the league is scripted or whatever else, or if we think things come from New York, why isn't someone in New York being like, hey, nobody's going to complain about this thing if you just call it incomplete?
Sure.
You're only going to complain about it if you call it a backward pass and that dude just happens to get 2 points out of it. Are they thinking in real time, well, it makes it a game?
No.
Like, I don't know, but why wouldn't somebody there be able to think logically, like, this is not – somebody down the stadium today we were talking about it said you just do a do-over? Like a play that everybody got wrong? Like, should it actually count?
But, see, it does have to count because it's the right play. Like, for instance, the Miles Jack thing, right? If they don't pull, Miles Jack wasn't down. Yeah, sorry, because I know he's in the news now for all the wrong reasons. Yeah. My bad. Yeah, the Miles Jack wasn't down thing. If they would have let it, work out and let him score, who knows what the conversation is, right? Like, there's a reason why there's a reason why we always say
things.
It changed everything.
Yeah.
Just like there, props to them for not blowing the whistle, letting it play out. And then guess what? I get it was an ugly play and no one knew what was going on. And like the reaction of the Seahawks fans was crazy because they're all just like, what's taking so long? Oh, wait, we scored 2 points. Sweet.
Thank you.
That's what the reaction was. But they got it right. And did it maybe stop the flow of the game a little bit? Was there a lot of questions of, is this even possible? Sure. But at the end of the day, they got it right. And that's the most important part. That's more important to me than game flow, than, the intricacies of what's actually behind the line, what's not. Like, you saw the replays.
Yeah.
They got it right. And as long as they get it right, I'm cool.
Yeah, it's odd. So do you guys think, so just clarity here, if he had touched it on the 1, he never went into the end zone?
Yeah, it's
right?
dead, I guess.
Yeah, it's dead. Yeah, it just doesn't count then.
Because he never got tackled. Clear recovery, but he never got tackled. Or
to me,
since it was in the end zone.
I thought this was going to be, I watched it back this morning. I thought this was going to be can't advance the fumble rule.
Well, somebody brought that up too, yeah.
But
it wasn't advanced. Because that goes back usually to where they fumble, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's what I thought it would be.
But that's not it, because that's a quarterback versus a ball carrier.
I get it, but at the same time, I wish that's what it would be. All right, second question.
My guy lost so much money on that money line for the Rams.
Oh, my gosh.
Hamby, you lost so much money. Huh? Why are you so upset then? They got the play right.
Yeah, but there's a lot of swinging on that play now.
Oh, yeah. Rams, Seahawks, or the field for the Super Bowl? Who's going to win it?
Rams, Seahawks.
I'm going to give you the Rams and the Seahawks or the field.
Ooh.
These two teams look like the two best teams.
They do, but you know what's weird about the Rams? They lose some weird games as good as I think they are.
Yeah, I'm taking the field all day.
I would take the field.
Just because I don't think, I agree with you, they might be the two best teams in the NFL right now, but two of the best teams, like the Rams got beat by the Panthers a couple weeks ago. I think they're all beatable. And to be fair, the Seahawks probably should have got beat, but they got a couple lucky breaks here. Shaheed with the return changed the game wide open, so yeah, go and give me the field for sure.
It's a good question. I like the question because I do think they're the two best teams, and I have for a while. What I would be curious about, are they still the two best teams in about a month? Mm-hmm. And so I think I would hesitate because of that.
Okay, real quick.
Say the league changes so much.
What if I gave you the 49ers in that? So
nah,
the 49ers do nothing for me.
Cool.
But what is wild is, and this dude can really coach, because did they win out? They're the number one seed.
Talking about the Seahawks.
San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco.
Yes.
San Francisco's the number one seed if they win out. And they got the Colts. I can't remember who else they have. I think it's someone a little bit easier, like Commanders or Giants. And then they play the Seahawks at home.
People are saying that Shannon's going to get
Bears,
the coach of the year.
Oh, Bears, tough one.
If they keep winning, you think so?
Well, I mean, why wouldn't he be in the conversation?
I get you're in the conversation, but I don't know, man. You still have Christian. I get they've had injuries, right? Kittle was out for a bit.
And
obviously their quarterback as well.
Jawan Jennings.
I don't know. I just make the argument for Liam Cohen and saying, well, how many Pro Bowlers you got?
Oh, listen, Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen, Mike Vrabel.
Vrabel, for sure, yeah.
Absolutely belong in the conversation. I think Mike McDonald, by the way, is like this dude, nobody talks about him.
Nobody.
Been awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of good coaching going on.
Yeah.
But I think Shanahan, listen, Shanahan, I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of Shanahan overall, but that dude can flat out coach. Yeah. You tell me that the San Francisco freaking 49ers have a chance to be the number one seed?
And their defense is horrible, too.
Horrible.
It's not good.
They got nobody.
Yeah.
Hey, Jags and Niners still have a chance to get number one seed. Cohen Salah Part 2.
Oh, wow. That's going on the Jake Paul undercard.
We'll have Cohen Payton after the break.
Tail the tape.
Mm-hmm. We'll give our final thoughts, and we're going to get to this bracket. We're going to fill this baby out.
We got to pick the bracket out. We got to do wagers. We got to do spreads. We got a big final hour to go here. Casey joins us coming up next. Noon hour on the Brent and Austen Show on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good. And the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
All right, we're excited about this one coming up on Sunday, Jaguars postgame show right after the game. Game's on Fox 30 at 4:05, and so we figure about 7:15 back here. We'll take you until 8 o'clock. We don't do this very often on TV. We don't usually get the window to do it, so everything kind of lined up today or Sunday to do it from Denver, and obviously a huge game. So we will have complete coverage, including Liam Cohen's news conference, Trevor Lawrence, if the game gets over in a reasonable fashion. We do have to be off by 8 o'clock, so we'll see how that goes, and I'll be in the locker room from Denver as well. We're flirting with the idea of doing something even here on the network from like 7 to 9, so we may have that as well on social media and actionsportsjacks.com, the Action News Jacks app, so we'll be a little bit everywhere as things heat up for the Jacksonville Jaguars in a big game, and then more to come in the month of January, which we've already laid out a little of a lot more shows happening when the Jags make the playoffs. I saw something pretty interesting the other day. The Jags can lose all 3 games, and they would still have a 61% chance to make the playoffs. That's how good their chances are to make the playoffs. They could actually lose this one, the Colts, and the Titans game, and still have a chance, like a better than 50-50 chance. So I mean, I don't anticipate that happening.
Let's hope not.
That would be backing into the postseason in a big-time way. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Casey Kurtz has stopped by, Jason Hamby as well. Hamby wants to get to about 1 million things here in the next hour, so we will do that. But first, our Republic Services recycled headlines. We know it. Jakobi Meyers is inked to a deal in the last 12 or 15 hours. We'll catch up with him in the locker room today and have more on Meyers coming up tonight on CBS 47, Fox 30, and this weekend on Countdown to Kickoff and Action Sports Jax primetime. But, I mean, simply put, kind of a no-brainer, but a very good move. I can't find anybody saying anything bad about it.
Yeah, I mean, timing could be a little, people didn't see that coming, but at the end of the day, you got your guy, you needed to get your guy, and he's done nothing but elevate this offense, elevate the wide receiver room, help Trevor Lawrence out. Liam Cohen seems to like him. I mean, yeah, it really is a no-brainer, and props to James Gladstone for getting it done.
Casey, I think it's really hard to compare this. You just don't get guys that you're like, oh, a month after they arrived, they make this much a difference. Hey, let's pay him. Right. And they said today it wasn't a message. Liam Cohen, you could tell by his body language, it was like, just came together. This wasn't like, hey, this is the way we're going to do business here with this regime. It was more, now I might say that, but more like it came together at the right time and it worked out and it wasn't too complicated and both sides wanted it to happen and boom.
Yeah, it's not that difficult. Before he was here, you couldn't really function on offense. You couldn't line up and do various things, and now you have a guy that can catch the football. So, It's not rocket science. Good for him. Shout out to Jakobi Meyers for being right, by the way. Wanted out of the Raiders, wanted to get paid. Saw the writing on the wall before the season there. The Raiders are terrible. He got out and he got paid. So good for him. Clearly he's in a good spot because him and Trevor are going to work together here for a bit. And you got to be excited about that James Gladstone identified the absolute right person to go make a move for. Then they reward him with the contract, and obviously, we'll see how it plays out this year. To me, I'm fascinated to know what this does with Travis Hunter.
Well, I was just going to say, who do you think is more nervous, Parker Washington now or Travis Hunter?
I don't know about nervous. I don't know about nervous, but I do think the impact could be – I would think more on Travis Hunter because there's an answer. Like, the answer is easy on Travis Hunter.
You don't really need him on offense much more.
Okay.
But, now, listen, I'm also not suggesting –
that?
I'm not suggesting that is a definite either. I think you could still make that arrangement work. I'm not done on that just because of this signing. But, Hamby, maybe the better – well, another thing about this whole deal is we said it earlier this week, if the Travis Hunter stuff doesn't happen, you don't get this. And we might look back at Jakobi Meyers being a turning point in Trevor Lawrence's career.
Yeah. Actually,
yeah.
There's a chance that that's not even close to an understatement. Where it's really like – pre-Jakobi Meyers and post-Jakobi Meyers, the two tales of 16's career. And I think it takes pressure off, honestly. I think Parker Washington's spot's secure. Obviously, Travis Hunter, with how much you gave up, his spot's secure. And he really gets to focus on getting healthy and then, hey, go be the best corner in the National Football League. And then, hey, if we're up and we want to throw you a couple touchdowns just so you can do a little dance in the end zone and have some fun, then we'll do that too, and you'll get 20% of the snaps at receiver. But for right now, we're locked at receiver. We're all set. Just go be the best corner in the NFL.
Okay, so I think there's one problem with that, though. You're not asking what Travis Hunter wants to do. Because I think a lot of this has to do with how do you feel about it.
Yeah.
And I think it comes down to because you have Travis Hunter, you have Parker Washington, Brian Thomas Jr., and now Jakobi Meyers. I don't think any of these guys are going anywhere.
Yeah.
So something's got to give. Someone's got to sit. So I guess my question is, who's the guy that's going to be sitting? Because we can sit here and say it's an easy answer with Travis Hunter, just put him on defense. Yeah, that's great and everything. And for most people, it'd be like, yeah, it's fine. But do you think Travis Hunter is really going to want to just play defense and not play offense? Because I get the impression that with his personality and why he came here, he wants to do both. And if he doesn't do both, then you could run the risk of him maybe being a little displeased and, maybe making a little bit of a commotion.
Listen, I get it, but when you're, I understand that. And when you draft them and you treat it that way, and you're like, hey, we really value, you're going to change this organization. You've got a lot of say in this too. We want that back and forth. Does it change at all when now there's a year gone by and it worked sometimes, but not all the time, and this team worked pretty well without it on offense? To now that kind of power in this relationship, if you will. It's a bad choice of words, but falls back to the Jaguars. And by the way, they didn't ask De'Ami Brown, like, hey, are you okay if you go sit on the bench? Like, sooner or later, it's their job to go make
De'Ami Brown, they didn't give up 2 first-round picks to say he's going to change
that's not
the
apples
game.
to apples.
That's not even close.
But my point is they're making some hard decisions at who they're playing right now anyway. They're not just doing it based off draft position and everything else. So they've shown hey, we're going to make the decisions what's best for the team.
Sure.
And if that's the conversation you got to have with Travis Hunter, I feel like they would have it. I don't know how he's going to handle it, but I feel like they would have it.
Yeah, I don't know any inside information. I'm sure that wouldn't go well, is just my guess. But on the flip side, if I'm Parker Washington's agent, I'm dead serious. The minute that they're like, yeah, he's going to be on the bench, I'm like, get him the hell out of here. Because the only reason
you're proposing a trade for Parker Washington.
If I'm the agent, I am. If you try to bench, yes.
No, if you're the agent, absolutely.
Because if you're the agent, you go, wait, what happened when Travis Hunter couldn't line up, Brian Thomas Jr. couldn't catch the ball, and Brent Strange was hurt? It was our guy. Our not built guy, like not prototypical wide receiver body guy is out there making big plays for you. So either you play him or we're moving him. And I think that's interesting because what he gives you on special teams, and I think Parker Washington for the last 2 years has given you enough to say he does not belong on your bench. And then I think that goes back to the Travis Hunter thing. So I think it will be fascinating.
Yeah, because
but
this isn't a perfect situation.
No,
like we're excited right now because this is great for the offense, great for Trevor and everything. But what we're not talking about right now is what's going to happen next year because there will be one player on this roster that's not happy in some capacity.
I think so, yeah.
Whether it's Parker Washington or whether it's Travis Hunter.
Listen, we've heard Travis is a team guy, too. I don't know if we want to paint him like – I know he wants to play both sides. We don't know how he'll handle that. Maybe his people and everything else. Maybe it won't be well. I could see why it wouldn't be. But I don't know if we automatically know that it wouldn't go well. It's based on what he saw, based on what he has to learn. And I still think you can accommodate it, just not in a full-time role, like the 50-plus snaps on offense. You can still accommodate the itch for that and continue to grow. We talked about it a little bit earlier this week. So we'll see. I just feel like one thing that has happened is the equity has shifted to the regime and to the team because of the way they've performed.
Sure.
And I think when you're drafting a guy into an organization that the Jags have had not a lot of success, it felt like the kind of the power in the deal was with the player at the outset. Like, hey, we're going to treat it like this. We're going to appease it. We're going to do everything we can to make this work for you. I know this is what you want to do. And I just think somewhere that shifts. When you win 10 games, you're in first place. You've done what you've done even without them.
No, I agree. But I just think that player that you're talking about came into this league wanting to do something different.
Yeah.
And came into this league wanting when it was time to restructure his new deal, get a new deal, he wants to get paid like the highest paid corner and the wide receiver. I think if you just put him at corner and you say, okay, go play 15 to 20% at wide receiver, once again, is that what's best for the team? Absolutely. Possibly. I mean, we'll see. But you would think so. But what's best for the team might not be what makes that player happy. And I just think that he wants to change the game and he wants to be like just this revolutionary type player. I don't think he can do that if he's only getting 15 to 20%, even though if that's what's best for the team.
And the unfortunate part is you don't know enough because he got hurt.
Yeah.
Because, like, in theory, you could sit here and say if you like what Parker Washington does, you obviously like what Jakobi Meyers does, Brent Strange does his thing. If Brian Thomas Jr. more or less is going to run a straight line majority of the time, you could just have Travis Hunter do that and move on for Brian Thomas Jr. if that's what you needed to do to keep everybody happy. Mm-hmm. But you don't necessarily know enough about Travis Hunter, the receiver, to say he can do that at the same level as Brian Thomas Jr. can. I know it's not an extremely difficult concept, but you don't know enough.
No, I agree with you.
So if you were to move on from Brian Thomas Jr. or Parker Washington, whoever, in the offseason, because you say Travis Hunter's going to be a receiver as well, you would give up on something that they definitely know what Parker Washington is. I think they pretty much know what Brian Thomas Jr. is. I don't think they know what Travis Hunter is.
Yeah, that's fair. I think if you rewind this show from 4 weeks ago, that scenario you just painted would have been a pretty viable one.
Yeah.
Like, hey, all right, go get something for Brian Thomas Jr. You've got a Travis Hunter who can do this. Jakobi Meyers looks like he's going to be a fit here. Mm-hmm. Parker Washington's playing pretty well, like all those things that you just said. I don't know. That we still might get to the end of the year, and that might be where we sit on Brian Thomas Jr. There's still a lot to be determined on BTJ, in my opinion, on his fit exactly and how they feel about him versus a Travis Hunter. So I think it's going to be the biggest offseason story from I don't know if it's a negative side, just a curiosity side for the Jags. Is like we have not talked a lot about Travis Hunter. We've done it now twice this week. but it's going to be one that we talk about almost on a daily basis when this football season ends.
Yeah, and I'm going to be really curious to see a guy whose identity his entire football playing career has been playing both ways. If he comes into a second year with a little more experience and you go, hey, we kind of got to change that identity a little bit, I'm really curious to see how he's going to handle that.
Yeah, and how James Gladstone handles some loud quotes about he is going to change the game.
Right.
You know? And they've been willing to eat some stuff. I get it, but that was a loud one now. And there's a lot in that. Like when you said you want to see through, is 8 games enough to see that through with Travis Hunter? Like I would suggest it's not. Like I'm all for him trying both sides. I just don't know where it all fits, like in the puzzle piece of it. All right, Hamby's getting mad at me. I'm going too long here on Travis Hunter. What do we got? College football playoff. He wants us to pick it, fellas.
Yeah, I want you to pick it. Well, since we have 2 of these games in weekend spreads, I thought maybe we should just do the spreads first.
Let's do it.
All right, so here we go.
You're running the show, and I like it.
So this is what we've got today. Let me remind everybody.
What are the standings?
Yeah, put the standings up first.
We don't want to do that.
Yeah, we definitely
I'm
do.
literally pulling them up right now.
But we always start with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
These guys are antsy.
Here they come. Here they come.
I just haven't seen
That's what
it.
winners do.
You haven't seen it at all?
No, I don't come to work often.
Okay, that's cool.
Closing in, fellas.
Okay. Y'all
Oh,
are
shoot.
Ooh.
Oh, my.
Oh, shoot.
Casey, look at us, man.
Don't look now.
Don't give us I guess we'll be the Ravens right now.
Yeah, I don't love that. Oh.
Yeah, I don't like that either. That's a little bit of a curse more than anything.
Our weekend spreads presented by Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls, by the way, while you're shopping this week. How about the Town Center or Fernandina Beach? Go visit Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls, masonslobster.com. What do we got? You guys are going first, Bama, Oklahoma tonight. This line has shifted.
Let's go with that traditional saying on this segment. Winners bring it back, Casey. So we got the
Make
first
it,
pick.
take it.
That's us. What does the sports office have? In the nicest way, Hamby, I don't care what you guys have. What does the sports office have?
Sports office has Bama.
I'm going to be honest. I like Bama here too, Casey. But
I do not like Oklahoma enough to argue with you on it. I do think there's a scenario that Oklahoma wins, especially being at home.
No, for sure, it's a scenario.
But I don't trust. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you over it because I don't like it enough. So I'm fine with Bama.
I trust the quarterback more for Bama right now than I do for.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You like Oklahoma, don't you, Hamby?
I do. I think it's the home team, and it's Brent Venables' defense. I love Oklahoma in this spot. Bama's about as one-dimensional as it gets, and we've been over that even when we talked about Jaden Ball yesterday and why he should be the number 1 player that the Crimson Tide target this offseason.
Good for him, by the way. He's going to be rich.
He will.
He is going
but if you're one-dimensional against some SEC teams, that shows. If you're one-dimensional against Oklahoma, you're going to be in for a rough night. And it's in Norman, I like the Sooners.
I hate Brent Venables, by the way. Known scumbag. Let's move.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, there's some story there.
Okay.
Yep, there is.
Hey, A&M, why is this line moving in favor of Miami? Or has it moved? It feels like it's moved in favor of Miami.
I have no idea, but I can't, and you will see this in about 25 minutes. I am on A&M largely.
Wow.
I'll just put it that way.
Well, let's see. I'll root for you in part.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go with A&M.
Thank you.
I also believe A&M wins this, but do you want to? What does Sports Office have?
Sports Office has A&M.
I mean, why do you like Miami?
I think Miami. I think they're playing a better brand of football with their defensive line now than when the regular season start. Like
in the beginning.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
I don't like A&M.
What did you say?
In the beginning. A&M, this kind of annoy me more than anything.
Agreed, but their only crime at this point was 2 weeks ago at this point.
With South Carolina?
No, with who they Texas?
Okay, because the crime was South Carolina as well.
They lost to South Carolina?
No, they should have lost to South Carolina.
But
South
they won.
Carolina, I know. But that's still a crime nonetheless. It's a misdemeanor.
Fair.
That's good.
That's fair.
If you like A&M, man,
y'all have to take Miami because both of us have.
We don't have to do anything to Carson Beck's involved.
We don't have to do anything. So
I would like to take A&M.
Yeah, let's take A&M. That's cool.
All right, you guys are up next. Packers Bears.
Oh boy. Do you trust the Bears?
So if this is the thing that we've been experiencing this segment.
This is Saturday night, I believe.
Yeah,
the Bears have been the game that's differentiated us like 3 weeks in a row.
I know.
Really?
So it really has been. So if this was a couple years ago, I'm taking the Packers all day. They lose Micah, which I think is going to be huge. Rashawn Gary hasn't been rushing the passer like he should. So I think Caleb Williams gets a little more time in the pocket. Now, Odunze might be out, so we don't know that yet.
Can the Packers stop the run? No, Micah Parsons, obviously.
Yeah. They're decent at it, but
because I think the Bears are going to run.
Here's the thing, I think the Bears can run against anybody, though. Like I think they're that talented because they ran against the Eagles, and the Eagles were good at stopping the run.
True. If you want to go Bears, I'm okay.
Yeah, but I got to go home for Christmas too.
What does the sports office have?
They have the Packers.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Bears.
Dang it, man. Why can't we go?
I like the Packers.
You guys are so far out of it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, what are you guys?
Shot.
You're just playing for pride.
I don't know why I'm down on the. I feel like the Bears are going to lose here or there, but they really haven't done a great job, and I'm probably too high on the Packers, especially without Parsons. But I feel like I still like the Packers, man. LaFleur wins. Packers have always beaten the Bears overall. Let's go with Green Bay.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Bucks Panthers. I feel like I got the Bucks in this one. I don't know which Panthers team's going to show up. This is a tricky one.
Okay, so as the person who gathers all the bets together, I know that Casey is betting on the Panthers.
You shouldn't have this inside info.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
you
he
shouldn't
knows
admit
it.
to the inside info.
Have you seen the other bets on that slip? There's a trend there. It's all dogs. I don't expect that one to win.
I'm just telling you, I like the Bucks anyway.
Okay, I like the Bucks too.
I do like the Panthers, bro.
You like the Panthers?
Yeah, I think they would.
Really? Even though Mike Evans freaked out and it feels like it's a winner now for Baker and this team? They just got embarrassed?
Sports office has Bucks.
I think them boys are going to keep pounding, personally.
It's in Carolina? I mean, Casey, if you got a vibe, I mean, listen, because we're not in competition with these guys anymore, so who cares what they do?
Yeah, I agree.
We're in competition with the sports office.
Yeah.
So if we got to pick some games up here, we got to pick some games up.
I think
some games up?
We went Bama game 1. I think we ride with the Bama love and go with Bryce Young and the Panthers.
Let's go. Oh, man, I'm feeling... All right, let's go. Carolina Panthers.
All right, we got Jags and Broncos in the 5-hole here, I think, based on timing of the games.
Correct. It's timing of the games. What do you got?
Oh, well, I picked them to win on Happy Hour. The Jaguars to win.
I thought you contractually had to do that.
No, I mean, I don't do anything.
Oh, you can work for the Jags and not pick the Jags? That's a good gimmick.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Yeah.
Because that would have been rough the last few years.
So,
yeah, that would have been rough.
For sure.
I've been losing a lot.
What does Sports Office have?
They have the Broncos.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I was going to say Broncos until they had Broncos.
If you need bulletin board material, it's there for this week. If you need motivation, it's there. I know. I
think the Broncos.
I get it. I get it.
I'll go Jags if you want to go Jags.
I'm going. I gotta go Jags. I'm good. Yeah.
We'll go the Jags.
You know, if something happens, I'll run the field and distract the Broncos, and we'll make sure we get this done.
Awesome.
But it's a game picker upper.
Here's what. Listen, I feel like the Broncos are in a really good spot to win this game too. I think it's a tough one. I thought it was the toughest game of the Jags.
Yes, he does.
Right from the jump when the schedule came out. There's two things I like about the Jags here, and that is the fact that the Broncos have already clinched a postseason. I feel like you exhale a little bit, and they've won 11 in a row. I mean, it is really hard to keep streaking like that, man, in the NFL.
They've won 11 in a row?
So, if you want the Jags here, I'll come with you on the Jags. I really am surprised they're just a 2.5-point dog. I think they're really 3 now. They've moved up to, but I'm surprised it's just a 3-point underdog.
It was 3, but I changed it 2.5. We're not having any.
Oh, I see. Yeah, but it started at 2.5.
I didn't think 3.5 was. I think if it was 3.5, everybody would pick.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Like
so, what do you like, Hamby?
I'm reserving all my rights for vetoes for the next game. So, because of that.
You want me to make the pick?
You can do whatever you like.
Yeah, you are not vetoing the next game. All right, we'll come with the Jags as well then.
Okay.
Right.
We go first. Next one, we have the Pats.
Popcorn out for this?
We have the Pats. We have the Pats.
This is going to go down 2 weeks in a row on the Ravens. Ravens will win this game. But okay, we got the Pats.
Well, Brent, the good news is you're so far out of it, it doesn't matter. Like, this point, you're just, like, this whole segment, you've been on your phone. Like, that's, I mean, I respect it. When you're out of it, you're out of it.
Did we take the Jags or the Broncos?
You took the Jags.
Okay.
What does the Sports Office have?
They have the Pats.
Ravens.
No? I think Vrabel, after that loss, how it went down against the Bills, where they're still in the division, I think Vrabel's going to have them firing all cylinders. I really do. And that's what I guarantee that's what Hamby's thinking.
Okay.
Hamby, like, you're not going to influence us. Is that what you're thinking, though? You think Vrabel's going to have them ready to play?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I know.
We can go Pats. That's fine.
I don't have Pats. We have Pats.
Tell me why you think the Ravens are going to win. If you talk me into it.
Everybody else picked the Pats.
I'll consider it. Okay.
That's all I had. I'm not going to fight for the Ravens. I was more interested in fighting for the Panthers.
Lamar's getting healthy and healthier.
That does nothing.
We can go Pats. Drake May, his wife's cooking. Legitimately baking food.
Yeah, man. Like, listen,
Calm
I
down,
got
guys.
it. Like, Casey,
had a pause there for a second.
Casey, I can't figure out how the Ravens win this game. I really don't.
Works
so
for me.
I have to go with the Pats.
Okay.
Patriots.
Now, Brent, as staunch as on the Pats as I am,
Can't change your pick.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Wait, is he taking the Ravens now?
Nah.
Well, actually, again, you guys are so far out of it. You could
let him.
Hell, pick the referees here. +7. I don't know.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Do whatever you want.
What do you got, Hamby? What do you got for us?
Why do you think the Ravens? We're not changing our pick. We're taking the Pats.
Yeah, we're taking the Pats.
Because I don't think Harbaugh gets enough credit for how good he is this time of year, too. I think everybody's talking about Vrabel, and I think you have a ton of experience with from Lamar to Henry to everybody else. And I just feel like teams like in the mix will find a way.
Yep. Chiefs, same thing.
And I don't know if we know enough about the Patriots this time of year as a football team. So yeah, I feel like the Ravens are going to win the game. But we're not going to change our pick. I don't think we should change
Come on, Brent, change it, man.
No, we're not changing our pick.
Hamby?
Maybe that 2.5 plays and I still get the Ravens winning the game.
Hamby, this is your opportunity to get one up on Brent. If you want to change the pick and you guys lose
Hey, listen,
that one.
We're not being bullied by these guys.
Oh, correction,
Mason's
you've
famous
been
lobster
being
rolls
bullied.
weekend spreads.
That's true. You see the records?
On the Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Weekend wagers on the way here on the show. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jax 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville, off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily access Action News Jax Now using your Roku device. First, launch Roku. Next, use the menu list to scroll down to the search feature. Then, use the remote to enter Action News Jax into the search bar, and then click Action News Jax thumbnail. Once you see this screen, go ahead and select Add App. Wait a few seconds for it to install. Once it finishes installing, press the star button on your remote and click on Move App or Move App to the top. Finally, select the app back on your home screen to open it. Now you can watch all the great content on Action News Jax Now. Live daily breaking news.
We have breaking news happening right now in Clay County.
First alert weather and traffic.
Looks like we have a tornado warning. Let's take a look at that.
Action Sports Jax 24/7.
We've got the Brent and Austen Show daily, live sporting events, and long-form interviews you can't see anywhere else.
And shows like Law and Crime and much more. And that's how you access Action News Jax Now using your Roku device.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location, right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjax.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
All right, here it is, the college football playoff. I like this one. This one looks cleaner. This one's too by Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls. You just throw that on there?
Yeah.
I like it.
No, CBS Sports made it that way.
I wouldn't know if it was bleeding through something.
It's not how the computer works, bro.
There you go.
Nice little watermark there. Yeah.
I like it. I don't know if we're, I like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's rock through this thing. You want me to go first? You guys want to go first? What do you got? We definitely have Oregon. We've got Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. Damn, I hate to take chalk so much. I do have Ohio State. I do like Georgia. I think I like Oklahoma to pull the upset.
Over Indiana?
Yep.
Nice.
And I like Texas Tech to beat Oregon.
Okay.
Then I like Texas Tech
to beat Oklahoma.
Yep. And then I like Georgia.
Oh, my God.
The way they're playing.
Here we go.
And then let's just have some fun here and go Texas Tech to win it all.
Wow, Brent.
Wow. Nice.
Buying championships, huh?
That's what it is.
Texas Tech for Brent.
So how do you like that?
Austin?
That was in real time.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm about to get some real time as well.
Same here, buddy.
All right. First round, give me Oregon.
I already
over.
know what you're going to have, Austin.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some good juju. Give me Oregon. Give me Alabama.
I don't think he loves this Oregon.
I really don't, but we'll see. Give me Ole Miss and give me A&M. All right, next round. See, it's the hard one. Oregon, Texas Tech.
Because you like Texas Tech.
I do like Texas Tech, but also I find when I watch anything with my son, things seem to happen. It always goes well for him. For instance, last night we're watching the Rams, and once again out of nowhere, Terrence Ferguson gets a touchdown. And then I have to get all the Terrence Ferguson facts because he played at Oregon, and I've never heard of the guy until he scored a touchdown against the Jaguars.
I love him.
And yeah, you know Terrence Ferguson, so he went to Oregon, right? But he's actually from Littleton, Colorado. I'm like, okay, cool, son. So, needless to say.
Welcome to my world for the last 15 years, pal.
Right, right. I'm not going to.
It's fun. Embrace it.
Shout out to Terrence Ferguson.
Could be playing chess.
I know. Give me a thank God, right? Give me Oregon over Texas Tech. Give me Indiana over. Alabama. Give me. I don't hate Georgia that much yet. Give me Georgia over Ole Miss, and then give me. I'm not taking A&M for anything. So Ohio State over A&M, and then give me Oregon over Indiana in the rematch. Give me who's
Ohio State, Georgia.
Ohio State.
Ohio State. Yep. Big Ten. There you go.
So then you got Ohio State, Oregon.
Yep. And
Yep. So shocking.
Yeah, just give me Ohio.
You didn't like how that one played out.
No, not really. Give me Oregon. Give me Oregon with an honorable mention. Go to Texas Tech if Oregon gets beat by them. Hey, here's the thing: whoever wins the Oregon-Texas Tech game is winning the whole thing. There
That's
you go.
great. What do you hand me on Patriots?
I'm trying to hedge.
Casey?
Oh man.
Oregon, Alabama. Give me Tulane.
Tulane, nice.
Tulane taking on the
I like
non-lanes.
that. I actually thought you might get Ole Miss going all the way, but
reaction.
instead you pick an upset. I like it.
What? I mean, Ole Miss doesn't have a coach.
Well, they do, but
Well, not their coach. I think that matters. Give me Tulane to cause even more problems for Florida, and they can't keep their players because their coach is still coaching a different team and donating to their NIL, working against them. So
Yeah, it's
why
a rough
not?
one. It's a rough
Give me
one.
Tulane, and then give me A&M, and then back to the top. Give me Texas Tech, Indiana. No, I'm just kidding. Georgia, Ohio State. Then give me Texas Tech, Ohio State, and then give me Ohio State.
All right, here we go. Georgia.
That would suck.
I couldn't repeat what I just
said. I couldn't either. Don't worry. I like this real-time stuff, though. This is good.
Yeah.
But Tulane, though. I
know,
believe that.
If there's one guy that's not doing it real time, it's that guy.
Oh,
but
yes.
just circle the winner already.
This guy's been sleeping.
Is Stetson Bennett going to throw? Is he going to be the coin toss guy in the national
He
championship?
should. That'd be good luck. He's got 2 freaking rings.
They
More than anybody else on this graphics got.
They should have Stetson Bennett flip the coin in the Ohio State-Texas Tech game. That'd be something. Well, we thought Georgia was going to be here, but
anyway, I've got
enough.
Oregon.
Gunnar Stockton for MVP.
I've got Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and A&M. I've got Oregon over Texas Tech.
Ooh, okay.
I have Oklahoma over Indiana.
You're a hater.
I've got Georgia and Ohio State.
Shocker.
And I've got... Who do I have?
Get on with it, bro. We know how this ends.
Okay, Georgia wins the national championship.
Spoilers.
They're the most battle-tested team. They'll see anybody in a
Who do they
dogfight.
beat, Oregon or Oklahoma?
They're going to beat Oregon.
There you go.
Huh.
Is that?
Oh,
you
wow.
had Ohio State, Oregon.
Yeah. Lanning and Smart.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
It is pretty amazing. Like it just means more chance have really died down for the SEC, considering the Big Ten has won the last couple, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
And they might do it again.
All right, go ahead and save that and put this up. Let's go.
Well, hang on. Is there a tiebreaker in case because we had some same winners? So like, should
I
we?
had Ohio State.
Okay.
If we get to that point, we'll do a final
Well, we'll just say
score
like
thing
how many arrests does Georgia have by the time they get to the championship?
Who drives the
Over under?
fastest to the championship?
Over under. I'm going over 6. All right, let's go to our bets now. Brent, I think you're up. Brent.
Yes, this is
That's
me.
crazy work.
All right, we got. This is the one I think I like the most. I'm going over in that Alabama-Oklahoma game. I know everybody's leaning deep. Boy, 40.5 points is really low for college football.
You screwed up on Ole Miss minus 900. That's where you're losing. I put it all on Tulane, baby. I'm either rich or poor.
I do like
this
Texas
weekend.
A&M there, and I lowered Oregon down to make it a little more manageable, just in case. Because James Madison does have a good defense. So if they struggle a little bit, scoring points.
And fun fact, the big national game that they played against, they weren't ranked, but a highly thought off their opponent was Wisconsin, and they covered that spread. So seriously,
sorry to hear about
was a
Wisconsin
tough one.
volleyball, by the way. They were up 2-1, man.
Hey, this is why I don't tweet emotionally. Did you watch the game at all?
I didn't actually, no. I was up.
First
I looked
set,
at it, they're 2-1. And then
first set was 25-12.
they're
Like
killing
it looked like Kentucky didn't even belong out there. I was like, oh, here we go, championships, and then
I was like, I look up, they're up 2-1. I come back in a little bit later, and they're interviewing the girl from Kentucky. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh,
They
I almost
lost
cried.
it.
I was getting so cocky with it, but
That
that's
fifth
another
game's
story.
tough in volleyball.
What channel was this on?
I think was it 5? some
No, it was
or was it an ESPN?
ESPN.
It was an ESPN.
Real ESPN?
Yeah, volleyball's been on ESPN
do
like
you
for the last
want?
couple
It was
of weeks.
2, 3 News Plus.
I think it was on 2.
Which
yeah.
one?
2, 3 News Plus is unreal. That is unreal.
All right, I got the Packers to good value for the Packers there at plus 105. I figure I'm going with the Cardinals to beat the Falcons, and then
my dog.
I think the Lions are going to whoop up on the Steelers, and so we try to finagle some of those dollars a little heftier for me.
Jameer Gibbs is due for 3 touchdowns. He didn't score any last week.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
It's kind of like an on and off thing with him, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
literally
I
been
was telling
3
me
none,
that.
3 none,
Yeah, Ty
3
told me
none.
that exact stat yesterday. I didn't realize that. And then we've got a $5 one here for the Eagles, the Bills, the Lions to win, and then under 12.5 points for the Raiders against the Texans.
Goodness.
That's tough for the Raiders.
Dang, it's only minus 120. I figured that would have been like even like minus
Yeah, I thought
300.
so too because I think to be shut out, it's like plus 900.
Well, they'll probably score.
They'll probably score. It's hard to shut teams out.
Kick a field goal or something. 65 to 3.
So there you go. There you go.
Good luck, man.
Well, I'm going to go in just a moment. But before
Nobody
we
say anything
do,
about you going anywhere.
Oh.
I said good luck.
This is my favorite part of the show because I can get all my reads in. Like Nimnick Buick GMC, go visit them on Phillips Highway, or you can shop on nimnickbuickgmc.com. I'll be there this afternoon, actually getting an oil change on the Sierra Elevation that I've been cruising around town in. Love it. Nimnick Buick GMC wishes you and your family a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year as well. Remember, nobody but Nimnick. Shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com or visit the showroom off Phillips Highway. Hamby, who's next?
Casey.
I bet they appreciate that you get those reads in the last 10 minutes of the show. Like a little cram job at the very end.
Cram job.
Got them in along with a few commercials.
All right.
We gonna throw some darts today too, by the way, Case, or what are you doing?
Oh.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Okay.
I don't have those punishments ready.
All right, well, never mind. Save for next week.
On the left,
Christmas present on Tuesday.
give me all the dogs. So the Panthers, the Cardinals, and the Chargers. I'm not exactly sure why the Chargers are a dog.
Yeah, that's an interesting
At the
one.
Cowboys?
Huh.
I should have picked that too.
Because the Cowboys kind of stink. Although I'm sure the Cowboys do win the game, but I'm going to go Chargers. Why not? Give me some running
You're
backs.
wrestling with yourself.
I mean, that's just how it'll go. The Panthers will do it. The Cardinals will do it, and the Cowboys will win by 62. Give me Kyle to score a touchdown for the Bears.
There we go.
Last name?
Kyle, kind of like the singer Kyle, and then give
Manug guy. Right?
Mono guy.
Guys, come
Mono
on.
Bro,
Guy.
in the
Manug
nicest
guy. I
way,
said that.
I don't give a damn about his name or really who he is as long as he gets in the end zone.
Just gotta produce.
No offense to you, Kyle. I'm sure you're great, but just score or don't. I don't care. And then give me Judkins to score for the Browns because I figure someone's got to do it.
Well, if they do score, it's gonna be on the ground because you're not passing against the Bills right now.
Yeah, so maybe. So that'll win 23. And then give me Texas A&M to win and to cover.
Which is the same thing.
Yeah, that really
You
is
didn't
true.
get anything
You
for
don't get
that.
anything for that. I mean, it looks good.
I know. I need 2 legs just in case Oregon doesn't play.
That's a good recovery right there. That was pretty quick thinking.
I like it.
That's not why you did that.
100%. What if the Oregon game gets canceled for snow or something? And then give me
It
Oregon.
never rains in Austen Stadium, Casey, or snow, I guess, for that matter.
There you go.
That's awesome.
All right.
That's great stuff.
Before we get to all the Georgia
What?
ones, you want to throw mine up there, Hamby?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Oh, what I got? How about Armor Guard Exteriors? Got our helmet on NorthFlorida.com. You want 25% off this holiday season?
Right off the dome.
Yeah, you tell them Brent and
done.
Austen sent you. And you can visit gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also visit their showroom on St. John's Bluff. If you've never been, it's a pretty cool showroom. Got all the different gutters and awnings and windows and doors and more. Armor Guard Exteriors presents Let's Go Fishing each and every week.
What happens if someone goes in and they say Casey and Hamby sent me? Do they also get the 25% off?
Just say Action Sports Jackson, you're probably pretty good.
It's going to be a $30 increase, actually. You got to pay us a little more.
That sounds about right.
Oh, Casey Hamby? Yes, by the way, sorry. It goes up $30. Hamby, you got me? And I send them to you?
You did.
Okay.
You did. I have them.
I mean, there's no soccer ones on there, so we should be good. Like,
start with the.
I'm off soccer, by the way.
I'm actually
Game
pretty
is too
impressed with how
corrupt.
quick he gets these things going.
I hit the wrong button.
$10 bonus bet involved in this one.
Yeah, so I didn't see
That's
it.
insane.
My bad. I think I might have accidentally hit that.
It's supposed to be 10 though.
Yeah, but I think I might have just added it because it was a $10 wager.
How much you have to spend to get a $10 bonus bet?
That actually scums you.
Well, I didn't actually place it. It just popped up there.
No, because the bonus bet, I don't know how to explain it well.
I feel like I haven't been using the app in a while, so they might have hey, you haven't been down here in a while. You want?
I had a 50%. What's it called?
Increase, like a profit boost.
Profit boost. Yeah.
Okay, but we good, Casey? Or not?
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure I'm not getting scammed.
You are. Your number should be 7781.
Oh, really?
Because the 10 doesn't count. Does anybody understand what I'm saying here?
I get it.
It doesn't count until you.
No, because the 10, you don't get the 10 for the bonus bet.
I see what you're saying.
Okay,
so in theory, if it was really your $10, the payout would be 77.
Okay, well, if I would have known that, I just would have put my own 10 instead of. Okay.
But we can know that.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, whatever.
I mean, it's not going to matter. Lad McConkey. So.
Hey! All right, well, let's start Friday. Let's take Alabama plus 1.5. Let's take Western Michigan minus 3.5 at Kennesaw State. I don't know anything about Kennesaw State right now. Well, they don't really have a lot of coaches. They don't have a lot of players.
Got raided.
It's a fire sale right now at Kennesaw State, ladies and gentlemen.
Who wanted the Kennesaw State people?
Hey, people. That's a good question.
Where did they go?
And then give me boxing tonight. Anthony Joshua because this is what I like to call. Hey, this is what I like to call hedging my bet. Either I'm going to prove that I know what I'm talking about with Anthony Joshua knocking out Jake Paul, or he doesn't, and the entire sport is rigged, and they will never recover from it. So
you have to actually
to me, that's
still
a win-win.
find this out if it's rigged.
Yeah, I mean,
2025
yeah,
with Jake Paul.
Yeah,
I mean,
I had no idea he was fighting. Where was the promotion on that?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Anthony Joshua might legitimately kill him.
I mean, did you see the weigh-in?
Yeah.
What are we doing? And we're not going to break it down. Sorry, boxing fans. $5 on Saturday. Go ahead and give. Oh yeah, because it's Saturday games. Give me Caleb Williams over 207.5 with passing. Give me a Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. It was like minus. Actually, it was plus 105, which I get. He might be injured. Hey, it's Josh Jacobs. If he's hurt, he's going to play. That's what he does. And then give me the Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown. They found a little bit of the run game in the last game. They keep that rolling in Philly. And then give me Oregon minus 20.5 because I'll have to go off with James Madison as they cover the spread against Wisconsin, which congratulations, who didn't. And then Sunday, except Washington, who lost to a punter. The Wisconsin punter had the most yards passing that game. Sunday, let's go over Mike Evans receiving yards. I get he's probably going to get 1,000 yards this year, but they're going to feed him a lot, even though the Panthers do have a decent secondary. Lad McConkey, this is a fantasy bet. I swear if you can't get over 44.5 yards against the Dallas Cowboys
Bro's cheeks.
with no pass rush.
He cost me. I'm done with him.
You better produce, Glad. I benched you last week because I'm a genius.
Lucky you.
Don't make me look like an idiot this week. Over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Joe, this is another fantasy pick. Joe, you better throw over 1.5 touchdowns. So I'm going to say it's the Dolphins. They're starting Quinn Ewers, who comes from the sewers. That's what my son said last night. That's what my son said.
That's a heater.
That's what my son said. Yep. And then Jameer Gibbs anytime touchdown because he's due for one when he doesn't score one the previous week.
That's not bad.
Ninja Turtle.
That's how you should have responded.
Yeah. Because everyone's back home at our house for the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the guys that stays there is a giant Dolphins fan, and he's talking about Quinn Ewers. and Ronan goes, "Oh, you mean Quinn Ewers from the sewers?" And it's just like, all right.
I like that, man.
Not bad.
That's good stuff right there. Yeah. Hey, if you're looking to not cook this weekend,
he's on fire.
And the rest of the week, how about Bono's Pit Barbecue? Bono'sBarbecue.com. If it ain't a pit, you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
Hell no.
Apparently they could stop him. He was very stoppable on this day.
Go to the one where we go, Gate Parkway. You get the drive-through and everything. It's a great spot. The renovated Gate Parkway location for Bono's Pit Barbecue. And all in the family is String Sports Brewery. Just a couple of programming notes. We'll be there Monday and Tuesday the next couple of weeks with Jags Report Live, always on Monday at the beach. But on Tuesday, Jaguars All Access getting moved to Tuesdays the next couple of weeks because of the holidays. And next week's going to be at the beach location. And then the following week we'll be back at the Springfield location. So make sure you check that out if you're planning to go Monday and Tuesday. Hopefully everybody talking about a Broncos win and getting ready for the Indianapolis Colts next week at Strings in Jax Beach.
All right, here we go.
Did I say the Broncos win or the Jags
you
win?
did. You said
I meant the Jags win. The win over the Broncos.
Because it'd be rough celebration out there.
Spoilers.
And by the way, I'm getting out of here and going to the Jags. You guys wrap this show up. Jakobi Meyers coverage later tonight with Action Sports Jax.
All right, beautiful.
I'll
so
see you in
on
Denver,
the
Brent.
left, we've
Yeah.
got
Probably not me. Yeah, but
We maybe.
I'll be
I'll
there
see you in the
spirit.
press box.
Yeah, I'll see the press box. There we go.
Maybe we'll do a little pregame.
Let's go. Well, that could be conflicting with
Oh,
some
do I
other
have to
stuff.
pay $5 for that?
Yeah, I might have to
Okay.
get you something. Yeah. I don't work for free, Brent. It's all good though. Hammy, what do you got for us?
on the left. We've got the Patriots, Texas A&M,
Okay.
money line, and the Lions to win. That's just a quick 10 to win 49.
That's okay.
I mean, real quick.
That's a good bet.
I'm not mad at
know.
that. I'm not mad at that.
Thank
I
you.
know. I mean, are we giving too much credence to the Lions here? I mean, and not just saying for Hamby's, but I'm just saying I feel like we're all on the Lions.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
the Steelers aren't necessarily a bad team.
No, it's not like minus 325. You should be playing like the Saints.
The Raiders, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Oh, wait. I guess I didn't change the one in the middle because I definitely do not have
Uh-oh.
Caleb Williams and all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
You're not trying to win. It's all good.
And the one on the right screwed up because you got Ole Miss.
I have that, though.
Well, yeah, but Tulane.
Yeah, but the
Okay. Well,
Gotta
I mean,
get
it
that
might lose, but it's still
Tulane
mine.
bump.
So, in the middle now, this is all Jags
Okay.
prop, which I've been cashing on. So we'll see. We've got the Jags to score 21 points or more.
Okay.
The game to go over 40 points. Brenton Strange over 25 for the third straight week.
Sure.
He had one catch for 26 yards last week, so appreciate him.
That was foul.
And you had 2 catches and a touchdown. I'm sorry.
That was
Jason.
foul.
RJ Harvey under 72. I think this Jags defense is going to make the Broncos one-dimensional.
Watching checkdowns.
I hope he goes over because I got a mini helmet I still need to sell.
No problem. And BTJ to get 5 yards in the first quarter again. And cashing as well.
It's not terrible.
5 to win 44.
Not mad at that.
30% profit boost. I see you.
Yeah, no problem.
profit boost.
And then on the right, this is for tonight and tomorrow. If you have Ole Miss, it's 7.5. And then
Tulane.
Bama, under 20.5 points.
This guy.
It's going to be a rock fight. Total game under 46.5. Oklahoma to cover a 5.5 point spread. And then under 20.5 first half points. So I need defense.
See,
I don't get the whole rock fight thing. I've never heard it until Hamby started saying it.
I've never heard it till right now.
What's the point? Like, so a rock fight means it's gonna be a close game.
And low scoring.
But why does it just like a real fist fight then?
Okay, why does a barn burner mean high scoring?
Because it's on fire. Like it's heating up. It's getting toasty. It's getting warm. It's on fire. Like when you say someone's on fire, that means that they're hot.
Corner 3.
All right, don't defend yourself. Just say random quotes. What do you got, Casey?
The reason that I don't like the Alabama thing,
Yeah.
and you may very well be right because Oklahoma plays defense and all that's fine. I don't like doing the under like first half points thing with a team that has home run hitters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one busted coverage and all of a sudden we're not under 20 points anymore.
Sure.
You
Now
know,
you're getting stressed. Yeah.
like Oklahoma.
You got Satania.
Yeah, I feel like Alabama's got home run hitters.
No, they do.
So
they do.
I mean, I hope it doesn't hit in the nicest way, Hamby. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't be worried about the Alabama thing. I'd be worried about Tulane. Roll wave, baby.
Not going to be worried in the slightest.
Okay, that's fine. You know, they don't have a coach. No big
They
deal.
have a coach.
Okay, he sucks.
How do you know?
Because he wasn't a coach before the real coach got fired. He wasn't
Really?
nobody's head coach. It's not like they went and got him to be, from somebody's head coach. This guy was a backup head coach.
But do you run the risk of maybe getting a player bump a little bit because you lost your head coach? Now you're trying to prove. Okay.
Not at all.
All right.
Give me the wave.
All right.
Roll wave. Did
And
they say that?
Are we going to top of the hour? Or we out here right now.
That's whatever we want to do.
Roll wave.
As long as we're doing that, we
Might
should
be
probably
roll
get
wave.
out of here.
If we're doing that. Well, I was just going to ask real quick. If James Madison and Tulane, sorry, Casey, but if they both get blown out, do we got to have a conversation about who we should actually let in to the college football playoff?
Ben should have had that 5 years ago, brother. We're
I'm
past that
aware,
now.
man. I'm aware, but I'm just bringing it back up again.
Yeah, I don't think James Madison or Tulane really has any business in there.
Are those the two?
Even though I think Tulane's going to win, damn it!
Are those the two of the top 12 teams in this country right
Heck
now?
no.
I don't think so. So, yeah, well, maybe we have that conversation on Monday.
It's
We'll
not,
see how it goes.
It's not basketball.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, don't put teams in that have no
Yeah,
chance to win.
there's a Cinderella stories. Despite what Brent Martineau was going to say on Monday. We'll see. Let's see how it plays out first.
They'll both be 20-point games at least.
And then we'll have our rebuttals on Monday.
Damn right, Tulane's going to kill them.
But until that time,
Jags Denver, baby.
Jags Denver. Buckle your seatbelts. Make sure those tray tables are in their upright and the locked positions, folks, because we got a great game on Sunday. For Brent Martineau, for Hamby pushing all the right buttons, for Casey Kurtz, I'm Austen Lane. Y'all stay safe, stay casual. We'll see you on Monday. Peace. Sean Payton coming for you.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jags PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower